but it's actually still massive fun. And I mean massive fun. This should be the HDD. This should be the HDD install, which I'm fairly certain is on my replay. I'm certain it's actually like on my thing. Either way, this is easy. This is easy. This is intermediate, and this is higher. So this is beginner. I know these kanji. It's a surprise. I still remember some of my kanji lines. Anyway, I've only got 3 hours, so we better hurry up. 3, 2, 1, go. But this is Kenzan. It's gonna look like butts. This was actually the very first PS3 Yakuza. So it's not actually Yakuza 3 like most people realize. It's actually Kenzan. So let me explain where I've been the past 2 days, 1 day. Lack of time is very much gone in my world right now. So my parents went away for a good 24 hours. They're coming home at some point today, hopefully in time to feed the dog. I've been assaulted by my curtains. What the fuck was that? Hello? There's a nice breeze today, which is good. It's been exceptionally humid for the past, like, 2 days. You know me, you remember from the summer, I hate this weather. I really loathe this weather. It sucks. So it's kind of nice that it's a bit chiller today. Wakata. I remember. Wakata. Now, I gotta avoid a guy when I leave the house here, because there's a guy that annoys you. If we go down to the bottom, we actually avoid the guy. But, yeah, okay, so essentially, my parents decided to go away for 24 hours. Now, my problem was that I have to look after Doggo. And as we all know, Doggo's actually been alright. She's actually pretty good at the moment. So Doggo needs to be fed at multiple times per day. Those times are 5:45 a.m. Don't ask. 9 a.m. 12 p.m., which obviously that was 47 minutes ago. 3:45 p.m. 6 p.m. and then 8:30 p.m. I think. So yeah, this is the one. Yeah, it's the one. Doggo is on a very strict schedule, and I have to meet the Doggo schedule. So essentially, what I did on the first day was I accidentally fell asleep during the time that I said I was going to stream, and the fact that it was so blisteringly hot made me think, you know, I'm not going to survive this. So I went back to sleep. I woke up at like 2, 3 a.m. and at that point it was just, you know what? I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna take the day off. I haven't taken a day off in a while, and I said I would take at least 1 day off a week. And yeah. So what happened was, yesterday I woke up at midday. Yeah, midday. Then I stayed awake until 10 p.m. and then after that I went to sleep and woke up this morning as somehow, well, I don't even know how I managed this, woke up this morning at 4:30 a.m. Usually Doggo starts pestering us for breakfast around 5:15. She didn't come to me until 5:30 this morning, which was kind of nice. But I woke up at 4:30, and it was kind of that whole period of, what the fuck do I do now? Am I supposed to go down to the? Yeah, I'm supposed to go down to the. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, I am. Yeah, go to the locker key, you dumbass. It's right down there. Don't worry. The So when obviously Doggo had breakfast, I've been awake since then. So I've been awake since 4:30. It's currently 1 p.m. or just about 1 p.m. But I know that I haven't streamed in ages, and I don't want to not stream again for a whole nother day. So hi, how you doing? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everybody has survived the heat well enough. I bloody haven't. The cameras, angles, cameras. I can't handle this heat. I really can't. I hate the heat. It's been disgustingly humid. I have not installed the PC parts. Don't ask. But yeah, essentially I've been looking after Doggo. And yeah, Doggo's doing good. Doggo's doing actually really good. This is the light into grab into weapon, and then yeah. So welcome to your combat in Kenzan. You might recognize some of this. This is your normal combat. It's loud. I did turn my capture card down. I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit more. Grab attacks, right? I don't mind being over here because you see that basin next to the green tubs? I'm going to be using that in a second. So, this is our weapon hit tutorial. The green basins only have... Oh yeah, they can guard all of this, by the way. The green basins only have one bit of durability. So that only counted as one? Do you mind coming over here so I can actually, count these hits? Oh my god. As I said, Kenzan, not aged well. Slightly tank control-like, not fully. So here you're supposed to build up heat by taunting the enemies, but the best way to build up heat is to actually grab the enemies and ground. Ideally, we're going to end up going over by those stairs over there because we're going to have to do a heat attack. Do I have a... Yeah, I have a... Okay, that's not too bad. I'm not near them, which sucks, so... Oh, fucking god. Yeah, Kenzan is a bit rough when it comes to actual movement and grabbing and stuff like that. No, because this one is fast. And then we just end the tutorial. Now, unlike the other Yakuza games, one of these guys might have a HP left. You can see there's a bit of stiffness to it. Kenzan is, I believe, 07? It's a very old game. Let me turn my coach card a tiny bit more. That'll do. It's a very old game. I do love Kenzan. I do actually genuinely love this game. It's a very, very unique and very good game. It does actually count multiple weapon hits, but it counts multiple weapon hits less than Yakuza 3 does. Which, yeah. Yeah. It's not reliable in the slightest. So as you'll see as we go along, this is actually a flash forward. We're going to be, for the vast majority of this game, going backwards through time and space. So essentially, we'll be coming back to this period of time later on, but for now, we're just obviously getting a tutorial. We have to get the gourds off these enemies, which... Kicking is the best course of action. I'm not joking, kicking works insanely well against any hand-to-hand enemy you have to fight in this game. So next one. Block. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst block tutorial in any Yakuza speedrun ever. Because sometimes they just won't. Appreciate that. Dodge rolls. Oh, wait, no, the R1 first, then dodge rolls. Lock on, then dodge roll. Trying to get them a bit over here, and I'd like to get them to, get a bit closer together so I can kill them all. I reckon. And now we take care of them. Once again, kicking is the best. Literally, kicking is a lot stronger than doing your normal combo, and faster than that. Kenzan's a weird beast. Kenzan is a weird beast. We do love Kenzan. But yes, that's pretty much the opening chapter. That's the prologue. That is indeed the prologue. We get a little bit of money. Money actually is very, very important in this run for reasons that you'll see later. Money equals damage as far as Kenzan goes, which is kind of nice. So where it makes sense to change difficulty for? Maybe, actually. Maybe. But you'll see in a little bit how Kenzan plays. Kenzan is pretty nice in the... Honestly, it doesn't... I can't remember which option it was. I think it was the top option. I think I just fucked up. Fairly certain it was the top option. I'm not sure it matters. Here's Haruka. Act surprised. She's got a sword. Haruka is... not good in this game. As you can see, she's in a geisha outfit, and yeah, as I said earlier, the plot of this goes through, you know, the whole time period of this game, and I think you need me to say where that goes. But that'll be later. I'll give you the lore of what happens. No. I have forgotten. Either way, guarded by 3 seconds by fucking up. Very, very nice. So, we're now going to go back to the past present. Present past. Yes. We're going to go backwards in time. Where we're going to be at a dojo. And we're showing some folks how to use a sword. Everyone's going to get very, very impressed by this. Don't worry about the guy in the red there. We'll see him in a bit. He's a friend of ours. Yes. He's a friend of ours. So, for this first tutorial, here's what you do. Get your sword out. Put your sword away. 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 Get your sword out. Put it away. Everyone's really impressed by this. Fantastic technique. Oh, brilliant if I do say so myself. Now we get to the actual stuff where we get the actual proper tutorial. So, now you get to see us use a wooden sword with our light attacks. First one is light, so you have to do a full 3 combo. The usual. There's a lot of tutorials for normal combat, despite the fact that, you know, it's the same as it ever was. Like, so Kenzan is obviously your first game in the Yakuza series that actually had different styles, which is nice. Now we have to do strong attacks, so it is a triangle attack after a light attack. You have to make sure you hit the kid. So sometimes you might have to turn around a little bit before you do this. There you go. Ooh, very impressive. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. Next up is the blocking one. So now we block with the sword instead. Hopefully this guy gives us a good combo. He did, but he missed the first hit. That's fine. I think he always does this one, actually. I might be wrong on that. Anyway, he missed the first hit. He's getting an F. See me up to class, kid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, next up is... kicking? Yeah, kicking. Alright. So, kicking works as like a kind of semi-easy way of like breaking guard. We'll get a proper way of breaking guard a bit later on, which is actually kind of useful for... What's up? It's actually kind of useful for certain fights, honestly. Could you bring your sword back up? Thank you. Oh my god, you take forever to do this. That sucks. So, easily, thank you for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Unbelievable. Hey, so, now, with the sword style, what you can actually do is you can hold triangle after your strong attack and actually, like, build up a little bit of your heat. So this is what this tutorial is supposed to convey. So we want to make sure that we, you know, hit the thing, hold it, and then good. I didn't hold it. You have to make sure you hold it. Just hold it for a little longer and make sure. This dual shock of mine is not doing good these days. I swear to God. Except for the block the first hit. Okay, yeah, I had a suspicion. 13, something like that. It's not a huge game, which is nice. Alright, so. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize there was actual tech to this fight. So, here's the thing with what's coming next. This is Marame. He's a friend of ours. He is helping us, or we're helping him in this big old, you know, samurai war, etc. So what you can do with this fight is it's one of those fights like Yakuza K1 with Majima and with Yakuza 0 with Shakedown, in that you can actually win this fight, but like 0, we don't get a reward for it. So, what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna lose to the guy. But if we get rid of his HP, he actually gets much more aggressive, apparently. So, that was supposed to break his guard, by the way. I've been lied to in that breaking his guard. At this point, it would have been better just to let him hit me. I'm just going to let him hit me at this point. So, yeah, it also works if we just lose this fight. I think that the fact that he just guarded everything... fuck that. Come on. He also does have a normal combo. It does way more damage. It's what you want to see. You get too close. That's gonna lose me time. That's gonna lose me a lot of time. Okay, so I'm gonna play Lost Judgment dub. Nope, not first playthrough. First playthrough, Japanese dub. Second playthrough and speedrun hunting, English dub. Okay, so we're gonna go to Marime's house. It's just outside, up the way. And then we're gonna get into another fight afterwards with a person you may or may not recognize. I'm definitely losing time in the chapter. This sucks. Oh, there's actual katana we pick up now. Interesting. I should say, I do not believe there will be a stream tonight. Mostly because I will have been awake for a very long time. And also the PlayStation Experience is on. Don't forget that is tonight. So I'm probably going to be watching the PlayStation Experience on my own front. I don't think I'll stream it. And then obviously by the time that's over, it's going to be 10 PM my time. It's a little late for Legend difficulty judgment on No Sleep. By the way, here's a guy you may recognize. I do not like that he blocked me there because I was supposed to just keep hitting him. If you can get him to the wall, you can just keep continually hitting him. You don't have to walk close to him. So you can see on the level up, we got... I don't actually think you can see it because my webcam's in, like... You actually get hit points and power. So you actually don't get, like, any experience for, like, orbs and stuff like that. All of Kenzan's upgrades on your level up are your stats. It's basically hit points, power. That's Majima, by the way. I know it's hard to recognize him because, you know, early PS3 and, you know, the fact he's got 2 of these. Don't worry about that. That's gonna change soon. But yeah, Kenzan is very, very unique in that you don't have proper upgrade trees. There are going to be ways in the game to get like different upgrades. Like we will during one point in the game, as part of the actual game itself, be doing a tutorial to get ourselves an extra hit on our combo. That's something we can't actually avoid, and you know what? It's actually pretty good. So not too bad. Deathloop's 50th trailer. I can't believe Deathloop's actually out in 2 days. I couldn't believe that. And Tales of Arise is out tonight, which... shouldn't have bought that, but I did. I'm not going to be able to do it on stream because I just don't have the time. Not before Lost Judgment. Again, before Lost Judgment, I would like to obviously finish Judgment Casual on Legend, do the any % Judgment Legend play speedrun, which is gonna... That's gonna suck. And then obviously I would like to, at the very minimal, do OG Yakuza 1 and 2. I have a date for OG Yakuza 1. I have a date for when I'm going to do it. And it makes a lot of sense, because the date that I'm going to do should be the 15th of this month. Because that, if I remember rightly, is the European release of OG Yakuza 1. The American one was a couple of days ago. So all of these enemies here, they are mandatory. I'm just going to let Majima try and fight them and just hope that he kills them or comes after me. Because that will save me some time. Because I miss this guy, I will have to hit him with that. If you miss anybody, you have to hit them with a strong. Try not to miss them because it's a little easier to just go back and hit them. Actually, it might just do this for now. They're starting to filter over. Oh god, hand guy. Now here's the thing, you can see a big difference compared to Yakuza 3. is that your actual attacks will hit the enemy as they're going over, which is very good in this game's case. Go left and get the nameless katana. I believe that's... Good question. I don't actually know what that is. In here? Left? I have to... Oh, it's after this one. I'm stupid. The slide is a little bit too much. Like, you want to be a bit careful with it. I'm just helping. So, yeah, you can basically see that your combos in this are actually pretty decent. I'm just going to ignore all of y'all. Okay. Then this way to get... Where is it? Should be this way. Oh, there it is. Sword. So we're going to go down to our second menu option. We're going to go to our sword, and we're going to put this one on. This is the nameless katana. It is a bit stronger than the katana that we had. And we're going to go. This should hopefully do a bunch more damage. Don't worry about Majima. He'll sort them out. He won't sort them out. Cool. We go this way, and we'll go this one. Top one is Madada, which is basically no weight, etc. So let's carry on. About these enemies, doesn't matter. Just run away. I should have put my weapon away, because here's how you sprint in Kenzan. You put your weapon away, and then you start running. I kind of forgot to do that for a second. That's what I should have done. I'm losing time. Again, bad tutorial. And gonna get that sword. Please stop hitting me. Thank you. Oh my god. I got time save later, don't worry. Fuck me. Okay, this not good. Stab him. I should have waited till he got up, honestly. Fuck me, I was trying to guard and I didn't in time. He broke my guard and the other guy hit me, which actually kind of helped out because that actually broke my animation. So you can see that I'm basically staggering him with all of my normal square hits. That's what you want to do. Run away! Run far, far away. There you go. Bad chapter. Fuck me. That was terrible. Bad tutorial, boss, and also not grabbing katana in time. Either way. And I went into the save menu. Yes, cancel save. Yes, I want to carry on without saving. Thanks. Appreciate it. Terrible start. But again, I got lost like 3 times in my PB for this, so... Plenty of time save later. Trust me. These early chapters go very, very fast, by the way. So... The operation did not go well. And unfortunately, we are trying to hide out here with Majima. Well, here's what you do. You go downstairs, you turn around. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else there. So. We're going to be speaking with old Majima here, and we're going to be getting into a boss fight. And you might recognize the guy that we're going to fight. It's not going to be Majima. That's later. That's later. So if you remember earlier on, I probably should have just done Judgment Legend today, honestly, considering I don't have time for this, but oh well. Speak to Majima again. We're getting buddy-buddy. It's not actual Majima. I just use the characters' names because it makes it easier for people to know who's who. Thankfully, the voiced cutscenes are still fast to R1 and X through, unlike the Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. Thanks for that. Actually, 3 and 4. 5 is fine. 5 is fine. Thank fuck. Can you imagine 6 hours of Yakuza 5 and all his voiced cutscenes and you having to spam X during that? Hey. Hey. No. So, it's bloody Marima again. And it's time for us to fight him. Again. He is a pain in this fight, so he adds. I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. because the ads will stop you from hitting him. Now, the nice thing is, when he starts getting up in a minute, that sucks, I missed it now, you can actually attack him in this game, unlike Yakuza 3, where you can't attack enemies on the ground. Man, I almost had actually a good fight in here. My PB has a very bad fight in here. Where's he gone? Up. So yeah, unlike Yakuza 3. Hey, dog! How you doing? How you doing? The doggo's wanting me. How are you doing? What's up? You alright? You tired? You is, aren't you? You is. Yeah, you is. You're a good girl. Listen, you're not asking for an apple because I gave you one an hour ago and I know I did. Hello. Hello, you. How you doing? Good girl. Alright, so this is our second, well, not our second, our third style. This is the dual sword style. So nice thing about the dual swords, and it's guard, as you'll see through this tutorial, if someone likes to hit me, you will actually guard from every single direction. Every single direction. We need to attack a couple times. I'm glad I got a multi-hit there, but... And then we just kill everybody. So in the run, we're not actually going to be using dual swords ever again. Which is a bit of a shame, yes, but single sword is going to be much better, as you will see. And you can see that the fact that they just stagger gives you all the opportunity to just keep hitting them. That should hopefully save me some time. Hopefully. God, I hope. Yes, thank fuck. Yay. Look at that. See, told you, I have time save. A lot of time save. Alright, so this is going to be chapter 3. We're trying to escape with not Majima. And unfortunately, there's going to be enemies. And Majima is going to take a grievous hit to his, wouldn't you believe it, his eye. Surprise, right? I know. So, we're going to be on a bridge. It's like the Lonely Island song, except a boat, it's a bridge. And we're going to have to defeat a whole bunch of enemies. Now, being on the bridge for these guys is kind of nasty. You'll also see that instead of keeping with my swords, I'm actually going to be equipping my single sword. Because single sword is very good. And of course, it is the nameless katana. Is this actually the nameless katana, or am I using the wrong sword? I should be using the right sword. I might be using the wrong sword here, you know. No, I'm using the right sword. So unfortunately your triangle, it can hit multiple, but it's very hard to, so. There is one guy over on the other side of the bridge that is not moving right now. As you can see, you do have to take care of all the ads here. This second wave I spawned in a little early, but you have to take care of both waves before you can actually progress this part. Also, yes, wah! Speaking of wah, the WarioWare is out tonight. I completely forgot. I've never managed to get into the WarioWare series, unfortunately. So unfortunately, Majima falls off a cliff. Oh well. Now we're in a farmer's village. Yeah. Yeah, trust. As I said, Kenzan goes real fast at the start. Real fast. Like, Kenzan has no breaks. You don't actually get, like, full control of Kenzan until chapter 5? And we're already in chapter 3. So... yeah. Precursor the weird pierce scene in K1. No, that's just K1. It's just K1 and it's so out of place. It's so bizarre. Sometimes my cutscenes don't skip straight away and I don't know why. This should be the assassin fight, shouldn't it? Yeah. How you doing, love? You alright? Hey, how you doing? Good girl. Hey. Good girl. That's my stomach. I don't know if you can hear that. Good girl. Hello. You alright? Good girl. Pretty doggy. Ain't you? Hey, hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. What's up? She's the only problem with poor Doggo today is that she is a rescue dog, so she doesn't like it when like all the members of the family aren't here. And currently, obviously, not all the members of the family are here. It's just me. So until my parents actually get back a bit later today, she's just gonna be clingy isn't the word. She worries. So yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's a good doggo. She's a good doggo. Bounty hunter time. So this next fight is going to be a forced fist fight, so you already know what we're going to do with this one. You already know what we're going to do on. Doggo is a golden Labrador. So if I had time, I'd move the webcam, but at the moment I don't. Got to skip me cutscenes. And I got to do this fight. But this is the end of the chapter coming up in a little bit. I'm going to move the camera real quick. No, I can't. No, I can't. So there's a bunch of ruffians. They've come here to kill us. We're obviously not going to allow that. Actually, I don't know if they've come here to kill us or someone else, but they've come here to kill. So yeah, we don't have our sword on us, hence why, again, the wonderful journeyings of kick everybody. Now, take care of any archers, because archers are frustrating. The nice thing about the archers in this game is that they can attack while running. Imagine if other gun users in Yakuza games could attack while running. That would be terrifying. As I said, kick a lot. Kicking a lot is the way to go. Kicking a lot is absolutely the way to go. I don't know if I save time here. I don't think I do.
Oh my god.
I definitely don't think I do. Yo, Ignisis, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope you had a good stream. Is this a bathtub? That's a good question. It's a very good question. But hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm through. I do speedruns of the Yakuza games. What you're seeing here is a Yakuza game that was not released in the West. This is Yakuza Kenzan, the Japan-only game that actually came out first on the PS3. So it's a little on the old side. But it is a very good game, apart from when I get hit in the back like that. So you have to bear with me a little bit with the fact that, you know, it is PS3. It is a little hit all the time in the back. It is a little, you know, PS3 games from 2007. It's the very first 3D Yakuza game. So it is kind of cool in that regards. There we go. I wanted that guy dead so I could get the rest of these guys. He was like their main leader. If you take out the leader of some of these fights, the rest of the enemies actually get like a little fearful. Let me just concentrate for a second. This fight is annoying because like a bunch of enemies can actually attack you from behind. Nice. Very nice. And yay, Calcium, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day today. Did we do rating right? You did rating right, yep. Yeah. I don't like rating myself, but it's like, we had to, with the way that Twitch got rid of like hosts and stuff, it's frustrating. Oh, it's very frustrating. Rocco, thank you for the host. Rosetta, thank you for the host. So, basically what's going on, this weird monk guy's staring at us while we sleep, don't worry about that. Essentially what's going on is that, not Kiryu here, it looks like Kiryu, it's not Kiryu, this is like, I think it's pre-Edo period. We are the Miyamoto Musashi. You may have heard of them before. So a lot of this game is going to want us to use dual swords. What we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a sword that actually runs on money. As absurd as that sounds, there is a sword in this game. There's multiple swords in this game. There's actually, like, for an early Yakuza on PS3, there's actually a really in-depth system where you get a whole bunch of different swords, and you've got, like, a very big, long kind of, like, list of things you can do with, like, the blacksmith and stuff like that. But, alright, this is the one where I have to go behind the house. There's actually a quick way to go here. Like, weirdly, it's actually to the right. It seems a little weird, but it's actually this way. And it also avoids that fight spawn on the right there. There are fight spawns on the map. The nice thing is, fight spawns in this game. You can see this guy on the right in the white shorts. He's a fight spawn. Well, fight spawns in this game, they're really nasty because, as you can see, they're all... I don't like that. I knew that was going to happen. They're all along this little narrow pathway here and stuff like that. It's going to happen a lot during this game. They're really hard to get by. But the nice thing is they will only start to get into a fight with you if they touch you. So unlike other Yakuza games where they'll like get into a fight with you from a long way away, these ones aren't too bad. Like, they have to practically be touching you like that. That one's one of the harder fight spawns to get past in the game. I should have gone on the left, but unfortunately I went the wrong way there. Again, it's been a while since I've done a Kenzan run. But yeah, you get items obviously for winning fights as well. Sometimes you'll get something nice like a plate that you can sell for money. If I ever got a spare plate from a random fight, that would guarantee the money I need in this route. With the money sword, our money route is exceptionally tight. We'll be back to this place later on to punch some monks, don't worry about it. But yeah, the money route that we do for the money sword is actually very, very tight. We also have a money wall in terms of the story for 20,000 mon. So we're going to have to get money there later. So you can see there without fight spawn, for example, it didn't actually catch up to me, so it didn't get into a fight with me. So despite the fact that, you know, the pathways are really narrow and really hard to avoid the fight spawns, it's not actually that bad. There are a couple later on that do get kind of nasty. If you're wondering why I'm panning the camera down, it's to despawn civilians. It doesn't despawn fight spawns, but it does despawn civilians. This guy I might have to drag away. I shouldn't have turned around. I should have just committed. That sucks. It's really adorable. That's a very adorable bathtub, yes. These enemies as well are really tanky. This sucks. I'm probably losing some time in this chapter because of this. It's fine. I got lost like 3 times during my PB, so I'll be able to make up that time later. We also don't have the power of said money sword just yet. We have a very, very basic sword. We'll be equipping... With the name of Katana in chapter whatever the heck we did, we'll actually be equipping like 4 different swords, and we're not at the end of all of our actual stances either. We'll be able to get a 2-handed weapon later on that's going to really help out with armored enemies, because armored enemies are going to come along and be a giant pain in the ass. That's not that much money. Thanks. I'll take it, I guess. I did it. Nice. Hopefully it was a good conversation. So, this is going to be your main town for the game. It's split into 2 parts. There are going to be taxis later in the forms of these palanquins. One of those you can see on the left there. They don't unlock until chapter 5. Yeah, chapter 5. So, you will know when they unlock. You cannot avoid it. So, we will be able to get those a bit later on. And we're going to get to the main gate that goes into the wealthier part of the city right here. Here's our old monk friend. And I believe this is the end of the chapter? No, it can't be. No, there's no way. No, can't be. It's close to it. Oh. So ask about good Yakuza runners. Oh, thank you very much. We have a good kind of tight-knit community for the Yakuza runs. We're not like super huge, but we've got a lot of dedicated runners, which is nice. A couple of us who have been here for a good couple of years. Myself and Tapioca, we've been doing runs for 4, almost 5 years at this point of Yakuza games. We've had a good couple of runners who have been in the community for a while. Big No-No's in the chat, for example, who does a lot of runs of the OG trilogy, I say, not the actual OG games, but 0, K1 especially, K2 at the moment, which is nice. Hopefully a little bit of Kenzan here and there. And then we got other people who have come through recently, like Meta, who's also been doing stuff like the PS3 trilogy, 3, 4, and 5, but doing them on Legend difficulty, which, that's brave. That's very brave. Second option? Second option. Okay, so we have to speak to the second option here. We then leave, and one of the guards, I believe this is the Shinsengumi, I might be wrong. They come in, and they ask around, and we'll be going back to them in a little bit. so it won't be a hell of a time commitment. Allow me to introduce you to Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2 is... Oops. Kiwami 2 is the shortest Yakuza run. It's still about like an hour and 40 minutes, but it is thankfully the shortest one. And also K2 has 2 extra speedruns attached to it that none of the other games have, which is the Majima Saga, where the 80% for Majima Saga is less than 10 minutes, and then there's a optional all street bosses speedrun, which is about 30 minutes long. So K2 is really nice because it's always the one that we recommend first as a Yakuza speedrun. You can't start with like the wrong run. There's no like wrong option in terms of, you know, a run that you want to start with in the Yakuza games. Like if you have a penchant for a Yakuza game over another one, always go for that one. But we'll always recommend K2 for the sheer fact that, one, it's the nicest run to kind of start with because it's, if you mess up at any point, it's the easiest run to kind of pick back up. And it's also the fact that it's the shortest as well. So that helps a lot. Or you could listen to us be insane and suggest that you do the 6 hours of Yakuza 5. Mostly because we want more people speedrunning Yakuza 5. And Yakuza 5, despite the fact that it is 6 hours long, is actually an amazing speedrun. The trouble with Yakuza 5 is it has so much downtime, like right near the start and right in the middle. The first hour of the run is like really fantastic. Then the next 45 minutes is literally walking from point A to point B, do nothing. Then you get the hardest singular chapter in the entire game, where some places in this location you're in have up to 6 fight spawns on one street corner. Thanks, Yakuza 5. Then you get a bit more walking around for a good 30 minutes, and then the game starts kicking off again. And in Yakuza 5, we actually have one of our only working technical out-of-bounds skips. So that's kind of cool. We walk through a wall. It's great. It's actually great. Once again, hand-to-hand fight, you know the drill. Kick the man. Kicking, for some reason, in this video game is overpowered. And despite the 2 fight spawns, which I didn't have in my PB, I'm not actually going to lose that much time. So that's not too bad. I must have... How did they play this badly in my PB? I'm concerned. I am very concerned. I should be losing way more time than this. But, yeah. So this man is now going to give us a house. This house is interesting because this house is actually a secret... It's an apartment that has a secret entrance and exit to the other part of the city. He also gives us the dragon jacket because, you know, not Kiryu Miyamoto Masashi, Dragon Dojima, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I'm going to lose a bit of time, as I said. I got lost in Chapter 5 in my PB, so I should make up a good chunk of time in the next split. I don't exactly have the time to be restarting a run today because of this weird stream time. Hey, Kink. Yes, I am. I had to look after Doggo for the past 2 days. I've been awake since 4 in the morning. Usually I wake up at 4 in the afternoon, but no, today 4 in the morning. So, I haven't been able to stream for a couple of days, and I don't think I'm going to have the stamina to stream tonight. So, yeah, it makes sense. And Kenzan is good fun. I like Kenzan. Kenzan is stress-free just because, like, it's not a run that I've done that many times. There's only technically my 5th run. I know my splits say my 4th run. I didn't save my splits one time because I accidentally got a gold that I kind of won't be able to get again, even though I could have just erased the gold. Where am I going? The back door. Is this the back door? I can't remember. I think it is. There's one chapter where I have to walk out and then walk back in again, which is frustrating. It is this one, yeah. There's like one chapter later on, I really don't remember which one it is, but you have to literally walk like 2 feet outside your house. Also, Kenzan is really colourful. Like, for being the first Yakuza on PS3, this is really colourful. And it actually, like, for 2007, looks pretty good. It's really good. I appreciate it, Ignitis, I really do. I appreciate that as well. I hope you're doing much better as well after bloody shitty COVID. Back door. So, I really wish I could remember what's going on in the story right now, but I don't. I really, really don't. The nice thing is you don't get into any fight spawns in this part of the city, except for certain periods where there are actual, like, fixed fight spawns, or we have to avoid certain NPCs, like the police. That's... fuck the police.
Huh?
Go straight about your stream dying at midpoint. Yeah, as somebody that went through that a while ago, hopefully you can get that fixed, because it's one of those things that, like, if for those of you who don't stream, like, technical difficulties for us as streamers are the worst thing, because there's, for the most part, like, if our internet dies, like, I went through a period of 2 weeks where my internet would die every single day multiple times, and it's like, there's nothing we can do about that, and it sucks, like, massively sucks. Thankfully, my internet got fixed after we had a technician come out. And actually, fun fact, the first time that my internet died after that technician was actually last night. And the only time I realized that was because I woke up just as it was happening. So that's kind of cool, actually. It's been working for like 2 weeks, which is really good. So that's nice at least. Hard for like 10 minutes. Ouch. Crash and Tires used a weird game port. That's goddamn. That's a bad sign. Yeah, I've actually, at the moment, my stream PC is broken. There's, oh god, there's a story behind this. So, my stream PC was broken for a good 4 years. It's why I actually went and did Yakuza speedruns, was because, thank you, Pigeon, was because I couldn't actually do any PC speedruns of any kind. So I went and got a capture card and did Yakuza runs. That's how I got here. And basically what would happen is my PC would hard crash. Like, it would have, like, an electrical fault-sounding crash. And essentially it took, like, 3 years to get, like, a blue screen that said, oh, hey, this blue screen is related to an Intel CPU. So my CPU had died at some point, and we hadn't realized. So I had this new stream PC built for the last 2 months. First month, perfectly fine. Everything was wonderful. Where am I going now? I'll go behind the gate. Yeah, this way. Everything was going wonderful for the first month. And then the second month hit, and all of a sudden, the exact same crash happened. Now, the only things that I bought over from the old PC to the new PC were GPU, because GPU prices are stupid expensive, and the SSD. And the SSD was not old. It was only about a year old. So it really shouldn't have been the SSD. So I did the thing. I did the thing that I had to do. I forced myself to do. And I did, of course, buy myself a, wouldn't you know it, a graphics card, a 2060, which cost a lot of money. It cost 400 quid, which wasn't 400 quid I wanted to spend, but to fix the stream PC, yeah. Now, note that it hasn't been installed yet, so 3 days after I bought the 2060, it crashed again. Except this time Windows 10 said, hey, you've got a driver error. It's like, driver error? Driver error. So it turns out, despite the fact the crash was exactly the same as the old stream PC as the new one, it's not the same crash at all. It wasn't the GPU. The actual driver error was the brand new M2 that I bought 2 months ago completely dying. So it is one of the Western Digital M2s, and if you've seen in the tech news recently how M2, this is for Revelation, by the way, we don't do the Revelations in this game. If you've ever seen any tech articles recently about the Western Digital M2s, they've gone really cheap with their parts in the last 2 months. And funnily enough, yep. So, yeah, the M2 in my PC is currently bust. It's working for now because I did a check disk, but that's not going to keep it working forever. So what I did was I then spent another 100 quid. That fight spawn? Fuck you. Spent another 100 quid, bought a Samsung M2 because those are supposed to be pretty good. Guess who started cheaping out on parts on their M2 as of literally, would you believe it, last month? I'm exceptionally mad and don't know what to do. Now, the thing is, the graphics card that's in the stream PC is a GTX 980, and it is old. It is about 7, 8... Is it 7 years old? It's old. I don't think it's 7 years old. It's old. So, part of me kind of doesn't want to return the 2060, because this way, if I replace the M2 that I know is broken and the GPU, if I have any crashes again, the only thing it could possibly be is the SSD, because that's the only part that's still the same, even though I know it is the M2. So I think what I need to do, I need to get off my ass, replace the M2, and replace the graphics card, and then everything will be fixed. I've just needed time to do that. I haven't had time to do anything for like the last week or two because of everything's gone to shit. Second last option. Everything's gone to shit over the past 2 weeks. Not only has my PC been breaking, poor old doggo who I've been looking after today, her arthritis has kicked in badly. Am I going to the market here? Yes. Okay. Doggo's arthritis kicked in really badly. She took a bad stumble on one of her walks. She's not been able to walk properly for a little while now because of it, but she's actually becoming a bit better. She's becoming a bit bouncier. She's walking better now. Beforehand, she was stumbling a lot, and she needed people to, like, walk next to prop her up. She's walking on her own again, which is nice. She's doing okay. She's not spitting out her painkillers again. I know it's around here somewhere. Where is it? This way? Yeah, it's this one. I need to go here for a work permit to get through that gate. That's why we're here. So that's why we're doing this fight. So Doggo took a nasty fall. What happened after that? We had the internet issues, which obviously I talked about earlier. PC issues. Something else as well. What was it? So we almost at one point, like a week ago, had to lose our dog. Thankfully we didn't. She is good now. And then the other day, oh boy, the other day we had a very interesting phone call. Was it last Friday? It was last week. I think it was last Friday. We had an interesting phone call from my uncle, who wasn't feeling very well. And my mum decided to go over and just check up on him. Which she got there. She said that he looked like his you know when you're really unwell and you're the color fades from your face, etc. He was apparently like massively white, and he said to her, "I've just got a bladder infection," and pointed to where it hurt, which was around the left-hand side crotch area. So where's the bladder? Where's the bladder? Because it ain't there. Do you know what is there? Or around that area? Your appendix. My uncle's appendix had burst. And the man was just trying to throw it off as a bloody bladder infection. So he had to go into hospital. We got told literally like 2 days ago that if he hadn't gone to hospital, the exact moment that he did, he would be dead. Straight up. Man would be very dead. So he is still in the hospital because unfortunately he has not reacted well to the treatment for the appendix. They basically have to gas you up to basically like get rid of everything because it had burst. Now, in the area where the appendix had burst, he's actually got an infection. So that's the big reason as to why he's still in the hospital at the minute. They have to drain it. The only option to drain it, fuck this, is he has to go under local anesthetic and have a giant needle suck everything out. Fuck that. So, oh, that was the other thing. My PayPal account got locked. My PayPal account that I use to, you know, get paid by Twitch. My PayPal account that I get used for donations. that was the other thing. And I woke up basically to... I had one stream where somebody said to me, hey, I can't donate to you because it says your PayPal account is restricted. So I went onto my PayPal account and it said, you know, your PayPal account is at risk. So could you send us some things? They want, you know, proof of address, ID, etc. So I sent those along. Next day, I signed in and my PayPal was completely locked because... they said that that's a fight spawn, I should avoid that. They said that my account had breached the terms of user agreement. Have I gone the wrong way? If I've gone the wrong way, I swear to God. No, it's this way. And long story short, I am a fucking idiot. Yes, it has breached the user agreement. It was my fault. I was an idiot. I have to go to management space now, don't I? Fucking God. I do. Yeah, I do. God damn it. So... Currently, I can't accept donations on stream, for example. So... Yeah, the last week has been, for want of a better term, an absolute cacophony of shit. I've basically spent, like, pretty much most of the money that I had to my name on PC parts that weren't necessary. I then had to lose my account and can't get fucking paid, which is great. Oh yeah, I can't open up... PayPal keep hold of the money that's in that account for 180 days, and I can't make a new account with the same registered bank details. So I can't use PayPal for the next 180 days. So, you know, money's an issue. Then, then bloody... fight spawn's still there, I hate you. Then the fact that obviously my PC started breaking, then of course the fact that my doggo started breaking, then the fact that my uncle started breaking. It's been a shit week, to put it lightly. Thankfully things are getting better. You joke about the Swiss bank account thing, but the only way to fix the PayPal thing would be to, well, make a new bank account. I'm tempted. I'm actually tempted. I have no real attachment to my bank. So, I don't know. This is the right... Is this the right... This is the right one, yeah? Right? Yeah? Should be a lady in a minute? Yeah, she is. That's the one. This is a sub-story right here. We need to go and speak to this lady. She's cleaning the front of her shop. We need to do the top option. And by doing the top option, to yell at this guy and get him to beg her off, she is going to give us 10k mon. If you remember rightly, I said we need at least 20 for the story. So that helps a lot. And then we carry on going. Now, we're going to get stopped by this guy on the way. This guy is the blacksmith. He is going to give us a very wonderful little thing here. So, we're going to get taken to the blacksmith, the armory, which is just next to us. We are going to de-equip our greatsword, which is this one, I think. I've just fucked up badly. How do I... There we go, that's the one. Fucking... I don't know why I wouldn't take it off. Then he gives us a new greatsword, which is much stronger than the last one. And you can see it's rather large on our back. I got stuck there for like a minute in my previous account. It's not address locked. It's only bank locked. I got that confirmed on the phone to the PayPal rep. So yeah, it's a pain. For the great sword, hold L1. If you all would like to shoot me now, please. Thank you. We now have to do combos. We now have to finish them off. We're only going to do a 2 light combo. You have to do it with the greatsword. By doing only the 2 light combo, that stops us from falling over. Also, as you can see, you move very, very slowly with the sword. If we can get close enough, you just keep... You're kidding me right now. The one pathway you could run down. How? And you got it? What is your problem? Ass. Absolute ass. Great. So... It's been a week. I appreciate everybody's obvious patience with my weird stream times lately. Again, I usually stream at night, not at this time. So I do appreciate everybody's absolute patience with me over the last couple of days. Things should be going back to normal now. The reason why I haven't actually done the PC upgrades is because I'm replacing the main OS drive on that PC. I gotta reinstall Windows. So I just gotta make sure everything's backed up, because last time I did that, I didn't back everything up. I lost all my speedrun splits and all my speedrun notes, which... Great. So I'm not having that happen again. That's fight spawn on the right. We should be fine as long as we run straight forward. Yep. So, I mean, they have to get really, really close to you to actually get into a fight with you. If you're... As long as you don't, like, get caught on the scenery, you actually are able to get past the majority of these fights. It's not that bad. And it's time for our next set piece! Hooray! So... In this first room, we're going to be intentionally picking up every single item. I'm looking for a specific kanji, and it's the kanji for silver. Because one of these enemies drops a silver plate, which sells for 10k more. Yeah, daylight. I'd have my curtains open, but it's God's land out there. He can keep that. It is very bright at the minute. My webcam, unfortunately, the cable for it doesn't extend long enough for it to go, like, in front of me here. So, yeah. So, that's why, obviously, yeah. So, one of these guys, when they spawn in, is going to have a silver plate. You can tell the enemies that have items on them because they have the cords on them. I'm actually sad I didn't, like, hit that guy for his last hit there. There they are. Those three that just dropped in, they have the items, so I'm going to be trying to focus on them. This is just frustrating. This is one of the things that can happen. That's not it. Remember that you cannot guard from all angles with single sword. That's a double. That's not it either. It's the last guy. Of course it's the last guy. And yes, it's a guaranteed drop. That's silver. Weirdly enough, it's one of the only places in the Yakuza series where you can guarantee a plate drop. Other than obviously locker key ones. So, for armored enemies and also chains like this, nice, they actually take extra damage from your two-handed weapons. Now, what we're going to do now, because we're in a set piece, we can put our weapon away, and we can actually dash. You can't dash on the world map. You couldn't dash on the world map until Ryuga Gotoku Ishin, another Japan-only release, but we're just going to do this. Now, we are in this part, intentionally going to be taking a specific route. Really? How did that... But we're going to be going on the left-hand pathway. It's a little bit out of the way, but there is something that we want in here. So, jump over here. Go down to the right. And despite the pathway in front of us being the quicker route, we instead are going this way. Past all these enemies. Excuse me. Thank you. Once again, for barricades, here's your big weapon. Sometimes Miyamoto will aim for the enemies behind you, so just make sure you're holding the direction. I wasn't. Oh. Ow. Ow. Put it away, because we're running, but first, go into this little side cave here, and you'll see on the very end, a big, giant club. Said club has way more damage and breaks your armor and objects like that a lot quicker. Hence why we grab it. Now for a wonderful bit. Mission did release 4-0, yep. For this part of the set piece, there's going to be a whole bunch of flaming boulders. You're supposed to break the chains to stop the boulders from coming. Now, you can get knocked off of the sides here, so make sure you stick to the right-hand side. But as long as you don't do anything stupid, you'll never get knocked down. So instead, what we'll do is we'll just keep running. Keep running. That's all you do. Sometimes you'll get hit by a boulder. Who cares? Just don't get knocked off to the side. You're supposed to hit this chain to stop the boulders, but the boulders are coming from this bit here, so why would you bother? Kenzan being early PS3 game has some curious design decisions, let's put it that way. And here comes a boss. You might recognize this guy. Might recognize this guy. We need to hopefully keep this guy stunned. It is, of course, not Majima! So, we're going to be getting out our single sword. Now, unfortunately, there's a big couple of QTEs in this place. I'm hoping that I can avoid all of them. So I'm intentionally cancelling my combo at the end to stop him from going down. And then you can see I can just keep him in infinite, provided he doesn't get away from me like that. Also, he does a shit ton of damage. The laugh means I can get in there and get damage going. That sucks. At the end of the fight. Stop guarding, please. Majima. That was okay. I dropped him, unfortunately, from the infinite, which sucks. It would have been much better if I hadn't, but it's what it is. Ah, now that's the other thing that Kenzan has that didn't appear until the Dragon Engine after this game. This game has ragdolls. The very first Yakuza on PS3 had goddamn ragdolls. Proper actual ragdolls. Not quite as great as the ragdolls in Yakuza 6 PC where they Beyblade off into the sky. That's the Majima we all know and love. But yes. Yes, they have ragdolls. So, the nice thing is, now that we're done with Majima, we're going to start to run outside. And when we run outside, we're going to get into an unavoidable side event. There's the Palanquin guys here being harassed by this guy. This, we tell them the Majima's in the cave, and they take us back to the city. This is your introduction to the Palanquins, aka your fast travel taxi system in this game. They are now unlocked, which is much, much preferable, because they take us right back to our house. Thank you very much. We now have to run all the way back to the florist's place, aka Koetsu Mansion. Yeah, words are hard. And that'll be the end of the chapter. So I should save a very, very big chunk of time in this chapter. Because for once I didn't get bloody lost. Don't run back the other way, moron. Keep forgetting your camera angles as you run through. Fight spawn left. Again, just watch out for your fight spawns. Fight spawn left here. This dog likes to take a piss. Not today. That dog takes a piss. Just trust me on this one. the dogs back in this time period just took pisses wherever they felt like. No owners to tell them to clear up their own mess, you know. But this, thankfully, is the end of the chapter. Very, very nice. I was hoping to be, you know, not behind by 1 minute and 43 seconds at this point, but easy time save for next time. Hey, doggo, speak of the devil, how you doing? Hello. You alright? Good girl. Give me a second and I'll give you a doggo cam real quick. Can't remember if there's any other cutscenes. Yes. There's a fake Miyamoto Musashi running around. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing, eh? You alright? You doing good? It's too early for food, I'm afraid. Got to wait 2 hours. Wait 2 hours, I'm afraid. No. Yes. So there you go. We're back ahead by 0.9 seconds. Hold on. Doggo! Hopefully you could see Doggo from that angle. I can't see OBS right now. I don't know if that's blurry or not. I'll reset my webcam just in case. Cool. Good old Doggo. Belly? Yeah, fair enough. Good old Doggo. Okay, so in this chapter, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go and get a little bit of money. This is where we need the 20k for the story, and we've only got about 16 at this point. Thankfully, thanks to the set piece in Majima's Cave, we did get a silver plate, which we can go and sell for an extra 10k. I would pat the doggo, but doggo is a bit far away. Aren't you? Eh? Good guy. Give me the evil eyes. I ain't got any food for you. It's not the designated time. Your food is at designated times and you know it. You're being cheeky. I love you. That is natural light. I've seen the natural light since 4:30 this morning. So, what we're going to do is we're going to head down here and we're going to cut through one of the streets to the right. We're going to go to one of the places we went back into in the prologue, and it is the equivalent of Ebisu Pawn in this time period. It is a shop that, thankfully, you can sell stuff to. So, as we run down here, we'll get to God Ebisu. We need to speak very specifically, not to this guy, but to this guy. This is my sell one, because the top one is buy. Oh wait, this is buy equipment, you dumb shit. You did that before. I keep forgetting the buy kanji for that one is in the middle, because it's equipment first. So where's that silver plate? There it is. You can see it. It's the 10,000 mon one. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it looks like I don't have a heat restorative healing item yet, which is actually a genuine problem for later on. I don't! I looked! Excuse you. Young lady. I have looked. I looked. It's not in my inventory. Have you seen it? Have you seen my healing item? No, I don't believe you have. I do not believe you. You have not. Unbelievable. I don't believe that you have. Because I haven't. I don't think you can get a drop of them yet. I think it's like in the next chapter. Or it's like the field or something like that. Come here, you. You good girl. Right, starting for a stream, yeah. I should have the light on in here, but at the same time, it's mood lighting, you know? I have the ring light. It works. It's whatever. Hey, this guy here is currently our friend. This is who we need to give the money to. We're going to fight him later, don't worry. Multiple times. You'd think he would end up being the final boss, but the final boss of this game... Man, the finale of this game just doesn't know when to stop. You'll see. We affectionately call the final boss of this game Fat Arase, because there's a character in Yakuza 1 called Arase, and they're a dual gun user whose guard has literally... Am I going to the taxi at this point? Yes. Hello? Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let me walk there. Bizarre. Yeah. What was I going to say? Fuck, I can't remember what I was going to say. For Arase, that's right. So, Arase has a dodge. He's had a dodge since the very, very first Yakuza 1, and for some reason it's in every single Yakuza game. One character has it. The final boss of this game has it, and he's fat and he dodge rolls all the fucking time. It's the dumbest shit. Taxi southeast. I'm gonna trust the notes. Taxi southeast. I'm gonna trust the notes. Hayaru. I'm gonna trust the notes. Oh, it is, because it's the... Yes, it's the tutorial guy. Right. We're about to learn a brand new move here. This is gonna be our guard break ability. This one is actually really good. This one is actually genuinely good. We have to do this before the... Hello, doggo. We have to do this before the actual end of the chapter anyway. Before we can carry on. Soup guy. So this is our tutorial. He's a move master. He's gonna teach us a couple things. So we're gonna learn the border split move, and basically that breaks through enemies' guards. This is a very useful move that I will actually probably be using once or twice during the run. There are some annoying bosses later on that love to guard a lot. At that point, we're just gonna do that. Also like Arase as a Kiwami. Stupid boss. So that happens up here, you moron. So we're just gonna go back to the stop part of the city, which thankfully is just the first option. Lovely jubbly. And we're gonna run all the way back to the florist's house. Oh, fuck me. That was an awful time. Oh, I know I'm muted. I was on the phone. I was on the phone to my parents. I was on speaker. Thankfully, it's on a walking section. That was useful. This taxi. I need to go this way and grab this taxi. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I tried to pick my phone up, but I was trying to also run around. That's why I put it on speaker. But then it's fine because I yelled at my mum really loudly. So that's fine. I think they said they're coming home in like 2 hours, so... This one. Yeah. Oh, this is where we go to the other place, isn't it? Then we go get the dangos. Sword Grandpa! Oh yes, this is where we start to get the money sword. We want to speak to Sword Grandpa. So, this man, in a second, is going to be Sword Grandpa. We're going to get the money sword off him later on. Alright, no thanks. Or no thanks, one. Have a good day. Good luck with schoolwork. Keep up with that shit, trust me. If that's the one thing that I would ever suggest to people when it comes to, like, university stuff, it's always try and keep on top of your work. It's... Nice. There you go, you can see a level up there. So, unlike your traditional Yakuzas where you get, like, experience orbs and stuff like that, you literally just get hit points and power. You don't have a choice in the matter. It's what makes... I don't want to say that Kenzan is more arcadey, but it's more... It's free-flowing. It's different. And it's good. It's a good different. It's a fun different. That's the important thing. Like, for a game that came out in 2007 and was the first 3D Yakuza and is still a bit, you know... finicky? Rigid? Honestly? It's fun. It's very fun. I really, really like this game. And for people who do Yakuza speedruns or want to do Yakuza speedruns, I would recommend it. I definitely would. I actually like it a lot. There's a turtle there. You can flip the turtle. Don't ask me why. I can't remember why. But you can flip turtles in this game. It's rude. Don't flip turtles. Unless you're flipping them back on their feet. At which point, yeah, flip them turtles. Perfect time. We need to speak to the shop lady here. We want to buy a dango, which is near the bottom of the list. There it is. Okay. Tax back to Yoshirika Dojan. Oh. Left 2. Nope. Left 2. That's not left 2. Oh, wait, that's the Yoshirika Dojo. That's fine. That's fine. We have to go do the florist first before we can go. I know the map marker was there. We have to go do something here, as you can see, before we can go do that one. You have to finish everything up before you go back to the dojo that's over there. Okay, so I'm gonna run into this. This is the sub-story that gives us the money sword! Ow. Actually, I should have done this after. It's fine. Man is stabbing people. We're going to stop him from stabbing people by, surprise, surprise, stabbing him. Would you believe it? I wouldn't believe it. I definitely wouldn't believe it. Right, we're going to do that after we're in here. That's the second part of it. And we're going to equip our club at the same time at that point. Efficiency. Very efficient thing. Right, here's your dango, my dude. So then we give him our dango, and then he's going to show us the training in here, which I believe we have to do, question mark? Second, yep. So I'm fairly certain we have to do this training. So we have to hit all the strawmen as they pop up. Which, if I can remember the order, that would be great. There's always one of them that I forget the order for. But you have to take care of a precise amount of all the targets. You see the number on the left. Hopefully, I think the Noka might be blocking it a little bit. We've got 24 left. It's just the... That's the one where it goes around the circle. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Because it blocks you off, as you can see. There's another one that blocks you off in a second. I think it's the one on the right. Yeah. Imagine remembering. I actually really don't remember if you have to do this or you can skip it. I think you have to do this. One over there on the right. Yeah. I remember. You can't fool me, video game. My memory is actually pretty decent at times. And... patience. And go. Cool. Okay. Lovely. Alright, so... now we can actually leave here and we can get on with the story. Yep, I'm out. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, as I said before we leave, very importantly, we have to go and get the money sword. The money sword is stupidly strong. So we're going to head over here. And these guys are harassing her. She's got a sword back. We're going to have to obviously take care of them. And as a reward, she's going to give us the money sword. Once again, single target is, or single sword is best for any fight. Excuse me. I think I've got hiccups coming. Unfortunate. Good fight. Good fight. We'll take that. So, everyone excited for the old Sony experience tonight? You expecting anything there? You hopeful for anything there? Okay. And we get some money, which is really nice. Okay, so. Into our menu. We are going to replace that with our club and that with our money sword. So, I don't know if you saw there that the damage went from something like 20 odd to 77. The money sword, provided you have money to be able to attack with it, is stupidly strong. Like, we are about to cut through people like they're butter. But the problem here is that we cannot get into that many optional fights. And by that many, one. That's your limit. The other problem is as well that you have, obviously, enemies and fights where the enemy will guard a lot. That's going to be a problem. So, thankfully, this is a wooden sword. What? That would have been real good if that hadn't missed somehow. I'm upset. I'm actually upset. Alright, the second fight is, ironically enough, a lot easier. I'm gonna save a couple of minutes here. I mean a couple of minutes. Because this is the last fight of the chapter. I still don't remember who this guy is. Open to surprises. Could take this time getting something big. It would be nice. I reckon Lost Judgment's going to turn up tonight. Which, if it does, I'm looking away from the screen and screaming immediately. Because I ain't watching any story trailers. Fuck you! I hate this guy. I have never seen that in my life! I can't believe he parried me. I can't believe this man actually parried me. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. Alright, that's the end of this chapter, thankfully. Okay, it's not gold, but you can see that, yes, I lost a lot of time in this chapter before, so I should be saving a little bit of time right here. A tiny bit. I'm actually surprised it's not close to my gold, honestly. What did I do badly? What did I do badly? I don't know if it's because we get the money sword. It might be because we get the money sword. This might be one of my unobtainable golds that I need to get rid of. Either way, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're getting tonight. I'm excited. Like, obviously I have a PS5 and I'm interested, you know, in future PS5 games, please. Thank you. I just want, like, one big new first-party game, you know? Good. I just want one big first-party game. Just give me something, like, to get excited about, whether it's, like, an old IP or a new IP, like... Charge me $80 for Bloodborne that's just Bloodborne with 60 FPS. Come on, fuck me over, Sony. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready to get reamed over Bloodborne 60 FPS. Let's go. You know they're charging for that shit. You got a war info? Potentially, actually. It's been... I know obviously it's been delayed. Horizon's been delayed till next year as well. They've got nothing big this year, so, like, I don't think we're going to get anything... Like, I think the things that we'll see tonight, we're not going to get anything, like, big Sony-wise for this year. I think this year they're going to focus on their FIFA and COD, you know, relationships. That's what's going to sell them consoles this year, because they don't have first party. Again, it wants to use dual swords. No. So, you'll see in the top right, my money is going down! That's bad. Dodge. Hit again, that was stupid. You have to be a little careful here. Once. You can punish the dodge, that's why I'm hopefully getting his dodge. You can get him once on the way up. I kind of messed up there. So, where are you going? Oh, thank you for letting me... Appreciate that. How did that win? Should have killed him a bit before that bit. Cool fight, though. Actually, genuinely cool fight. We're destroying because of the money sword. Pure and simple. Money sword is going to absolutely demolish anything in this game going forward. Oh, yeah, we got the avoid police part. New 16 info. I don't know. I don't think you're getting any 16 info. Not tonight. I don't think you're getting any 16 info this year. Not with the things Yoshi P has been saying. Like, if Yoshi P has been saying they're not going to have it ready for Tokyo Game Show, I don't think they have it ready for tonight. Absolutely not. And honestly, I'm okay with not seeing more about it until they're comfortable showing it off. If there's something that really annoys me about game stuff lately, is that they show things off too early, or they don't show any gameplay. One of the things that I liked about the initial reveal of 16 is the fact that, you know, we saw gameplay. We saw the fact that there was combat that looks like 15's, but with more depth and layer to it. Like, the combat's being done by the DMC5 combat guy, which fucking thumbs up on that one. That's what I really like, is the fact that, you know, that's the thing that I really like about RGG stuff, is that, you know, we only got the reveal for Lost Judgment, like, what? 2 months ago? 3 months ago? Like, literally, like, it's one of those really nice things that, like, RGG don't show the game until they're ready to show the video game. Like, until that video game is almost ready to go, you know. So, yeah. Yeah. Like, that's one of the things I genuinely love about RGG games. But yeah, that's one of the things tonight. Less CG bullshit trailers. Give me your gameplay. That's what I care about. Give me your gameplay. I don't care if it's like a 5-10 second snippet of gameplay and CG for the rest of it. Just give me a little bit of gameplay and I'm satisfied. That's all I care about. Genuinely. That's all I care about. They've said again they're not focusing on VR, although Sony themselves said yesterday they snapped up, I can't remember the name of the studio, but it's a studio that has done... Shit, I don't like you. There you go. It's because I delayed one of the earlier dodges that I couldn't get there in time. They snapped up a studio that's done a good bit of VR stuff for them, so... Sony are definitely still going to go hard on the VR stuff, but Fire Sprite? Yeah, that's the one. They're definitely going to, like, focus on VR, but thankfully they've said not tonight, so... I like the VR stuff. I mean, I'm biased because I have, not a PSVR, but I have a Quest 2, and honestly, I've been enjoying my Quest 2. It's good. It's very good. VR is good. It's weird, but it's good. I still haven't found my VR legs yet. Like... Well, I don't mind CG trailers, to be honest, because CG trailers can help people, like, establish, you know, the world that they want to, like, actually, like, establish, you know. But I like the CG trailers that have gameplay with it. Like, the problems that I have is CG trailers for games that are 2 or 3 years out and don't show any gameplay. Like, I can't remember what it was recently that did that, but, like, something did that. Like, but again, that's why I like the Final Fantasy 16 reveal was, you know, that was gameplay. It had a couple of cutscenes, of course, but, like, it also had a lot of gameplay in it, and that's the good shit. Like, that's the very good shit. Like, the combat looked like, you know, 15's, but with depth to it. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I liked 15's combat, but it had barely fuck all depth to it. Giving 15's combat, like, a bit of depth, that's good. That's very good. Like, you're not gonna get, like, even though it's the DMC, like, combat designer, it's not gonna have the levels of DMC combat. It might do. You never know. But, like, it's a Final Fantasy game. It's not going to go as hardcore as, like, DMZ combat is, but they may have elements of that. And we saw elements of that. There was enemy stepping in that goddamn trailer. Enemy stepping! That's the kind of stuff that gets me excited. It's the reason why, like, I was excited about when the Lost Judgment reveal happened. It was so perfect. It was the first time they'd ever done, like, a reveal like that, kind of like a big, like, you know, 40-minute long live stream, pre-recorded, and it wasn't one of those, like, really cringy ones that you get from time to time. It was perfect. Like, it showed off, you know, start of the story with, you know, a bit of CG, and then it went into the gameplay stuff. That's where we saw, you know, the skateboarding and stuff, and that's fantastic. Like, that's how you do it. That's perfect. But, yeah. As far as FF7R goes, I think we could get a CG teaser potentially for it. It'll only be like 10-15 seconds long, but I reckon we could get a small tease for it. Logo only trailers. Metroid Prime Bayonetta. Unbelievable. I'm worried about Bayonetta 3. I've been worried about Platinum for a while. I've been worried about Platinum for a long while. I don't think Platinum can put out a game that we want Platinum to put out. I'm worried. I think Platinum aren't doing good at the moment. Their last few games have been, like, kind of big duds. And then also the fact that the Wonderful 101 DLC was so quiet until recently. Like, I know obviously COVID and stuff like that, but not their most recent works, no. Platinum's recent stuff have not been received that well. And I'm not talking Bayonetta 2 Astral Chain, I'm talking other stuff. Astral Chain, to be fair, that was good. I very much enjoyed that. And people who have played Astral Chain genuinely, for the most part, enjoy it. It's a little convoluted, that game, but it's still good. I still very much enjoy it. I think it is actually... It is more of a Platinum game than most of their other stuff. But, like, that game that they... Oh, God. The Square Enix one. Man, way to kill any kind of excitement. Like, the Square Enix one, when they first revealed it, didn't look amazing. But it had that Platinum flair, and it was like, you know... Platinum action game, and again, that reveal showed gameplay. Like, it may not have been the most exciting gameplay, but they had time to refine it. And then they re-revealed it recently, and the first thing they said was it's a games as a service game. Man. You just shit the entire thing down the toilet. I'm not against, like, Platinum having a games as a service thing, but goddamn. It's... that just... yeah. Like, I worry. When they haven't done a game like that before, I worry. Like... It makes me wonder what's going on there, because again, apparently Bayonetta 3 has, like, been rebooted, like, 2 or 3 times. Like, one of the main staff members behind it has left Platinum. Like, it's, you know... It's upsetting. It's upsetting. And it really is. I like Platinum. I like Platinum's output, and I want all the best for Platinum, because I do like their action games. Again, we did Astral Chain on stream. I love that shit. It was great. But there's worrying things. There's worrying things. Because Hideki blocked him. How you doing, Max? I hope you're doing well. That's Fight Spawn right there, that blue guy. I've got to be careful of him. It's like, I like Platinum stuff, and it's one of those things that they could easily quite turn it around, and it's again kind of the thing that I actually quite like, in that they're not just saying, you know, hey, you know, here's some CG footage of Bayonetta 3. Like, they're waiting until the right time to show it off, which again, I think is the right thing to do. After all this time, yeah, it would be nice to see something to, you know that everything's okay. But at the same time, I prefer seeing the actual game when it's, you know, a bit more ready. So it's kind of hypocritical of me to say all that, because, like, yeah, I'd like to hopefully see it again. This is where I go to the top part, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah? This is just the... If ever you've seen a Yakuza run, you know how the Yakuza runs have, like, weird downtime in the middle of them? This is Kenzan's. This is Kenzan's back and forth for a little bit. We can't taxi, because we need to save our money for the money sword, so that's why I have to run all the time. But this is Kenzan's downtime in the middle of the game, much like pretty much every other Yakuza game. Yeah, the Skull and Bones game, it's so weird, because, like, the last Assassin's Creed game that I actually played was 4, with all the pirate combat, and it was fantastic. And, like, the promise of, like, a multiplayer game, even as a game as a service, a multiplayer game that just had Assassin's Creed 4's, like, ship combat, that was actually really exciting, because and until Sea of Thieves came along, there was nothing like that, you know? And Sea of Thieves is one of those games that may not have got off the ground straight away, but actually it's not that bad. Kind of the same with, obviously, No Man's Sky, and that No Man's Sky has managed to turn it around. But I feel like Skull and Bones has no idea what it wants to be. And it's, as you says, we just need Black Flag minus assassins. Just, like, it's not that hard. But the continued loss of it is worrying. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. Everyone and their mother is once again... I've not looked at the internet, but it wouldn't surprise me if, say, 2,000 people were saying, hey, it's finally time to see Silent Hill. The goalposts on that game have been moved literally 20 times. I feel really bad for the horror speedrunners, because every time a conference like this turns up, all they ever hear is constant, oh, it's time for Silent Hill. Uh-huh. Yep, sure. It's the same people peddling that every single time. for their sake, I kind of just want Silent Hill to get announced so that, you know, they stop hearing every 20 seconds, hey, new Silent Hill. And that's not me, like, wanting, like, there not to be the series again. I do want, like, Silent Hill's one of those series that is really fantastic. That's the wrong option, it's the bottom option. Like, Silent Hill is one of those series that is fantastic, but the continued moving of the goalposts of, you know, the next Silent Hill is just, ugh. Ugh. Never coming back. Honestly, it's one of those weird ones, because Konami is making games. It's kind of like the whole Valve thing, you know, they're never making games, blah, 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 and they are. Tap, I didn't want you to see the embarrassment that was Chapter 4. I don't actually know how I lost him in Chapter 4. So for this part, we're actually running from the police right now. We have to get to the top part without running into the police. There's a very set pathway we can do. If we go this way, there's going to be a policeman ahead of us, that guy there. If we're fast enough, you can actually just go to the right here and avoid him. Simple as that. And that's how you go through this part quickly. There's a policeman right here, but again, the nice part about Kenzan is the fact that you can just run straight forward. And again, there's police in our little courtyard here that, because we're here as fast as we can go, he's just walking around. So, yeah. It's a non-trivial bit, which is nice. I don't know what happened in Chapter 4, honestly, Tap. I can't explain it. Chapter 1 lost me a minute. I can't explain that either. Yes, I can. Set piece. I went to get the nameless katana and I forgot to put my weapon away to run. So, yeah, that was pretty much the most of it. Is this the... This is the burning building set piece, isn't it? Right. So, big old set piece here, again with our money sword. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our weapon away and run away. You don't have to fight anyone in the first screen. So, fight enemies in 2 rooms on this floor. You can ignore this bit, I believe. No, you can't. I'm stupid. With my sword. Anyway, I'm just getting... This is RNG to get everybody to stand together. So once again, I'm trying to do as little combos as possible against them because I don't want to hit them extra times. At the top right, that's our money, and that's obviously all of our damage from this weapon. So we want to not do too much. In this room, we've got a couple of enemies that are annoying. There's one enemy here that uses hand-to-hand rather than swords. By the way, fire. You want to take care of the one that's hand-to-hand because he will grab you constant. He will just avoid your attacks and grab you constantly. Actually, isn't this the one I can avoid, or am I crazy? No, it's the one we have to do. That's right. No, thank you. It's been going off for an hour. See you up for this run? Oh, that sucks. I said it earlier, like, this isn't my usual stream time. The only reason why I'm awake at the minute is because I've been awake since 4:30 this morning looking after old doggo. So this one I'm fairly certain we have to take care of the enemies in. I think there's again another hand-to-hand enemy. Yep, that you have to take care of first. I do not want him to grab me again. Keep forgetting I can do my full square combo on these guys. Nice. But yeah, our money... We don't need money for story purposes at this point, but we do need the money for obviously the rest of the run for damage. So we can only really get into one... Provided I do fights correctly, we can only really get into one optional fight. Now, there is a fight in here that we're going to start a little differently. You'll see it at the end of this floor. Did I go the wrong way? I did. You're supposed to run around here. You don't actually have to save any of the people in the burning rooms. You can just ignore them, which, yeah, sure. You have to get through this door. So once again, as you know, for doors, just get your club out and break the door. It's as simple as that. As I said earlier, the club has a little bit of extra break power on it for obstacles and armor, which is actually going to be a factor coming up here. So once again, I'm going to avoid this by going this way. Ignore that unfortunate person in the fire. Once again, Ignore the person in this corner. Have I went the wrong way, didn't I? Really? Did I actually? Oh my god. I went the very, very wrong way and now I'm stuck. I was supposed to go down the stairs. I can't believe I made that mistake. It's been ages since I made that mistake. There goes my time save. Where was it? Wasn't it like... How am I lost? Wasn't it like right here? I've missed it, haven't I? What have I missed? Ah, it's here. Oh my god. I'm so fucking stupid. So, you can barely see it on the bottom right of the screen right now. Underneath this guy's HP bar is a very long, thin, white line. That's because this guy has a massive amount of armor, and as I was trying to so eloquently put before this, hitting him with the club, the same club that he's got, will actually get rid of it. Now, this guy does have a QTE. Oh, I hate you. You can actually avoid this QTE. I have not. The nice thing is that does do a little bit of HP damage at the very least. As you can see, get rid of his armor. It's a shame. And then money sword him. Yeah. Chapter 7 classic. Always getting lost in Chapter 7. I didn't in my PB, which is what sucks. And then we have one more little fight in this chapter left. We're going to go down these stairs here. I'm going to find the people that set fire to this building. It is, of course, whenever anyone sets fire to anything in Edo period Japan, it is, of course, wait for it, ninjas. Always. The same ones that play Fortnite. So we want to hopefully take care of them. The problem about taking care of them in this corner is that we're actually standing in the fire, which can interrupt them being hit and me hitting them. I shouldn't have done that combo. You want to be very careful here. That was not good. It was okay getting them ganged together, but that was not good. I should have saved a bit of time there, but oh well. Never mind, that's what I get for getting lost again. Cool. As I said, I have plenty of time save in this run from the last one. I should be saving like a good 20 minutes, but not on this rate. Okay, is this the... Which chapter is this one? Oh, this is the tournament one. Right. So the building did burn down because they set fire to it, so... Thankfully, everybody did manage to get out. Here's the florist. Very much away from his usual abode. Western release of this game is not gonna happen. For one thing, the gameplay itself is very, very much... Even OG 1 and 2 have aged better than Kenzan have. Even though Kenzan plays very differently, and I actually really, really enjoy it. The big problem with Kenzan is its story. Because here's the thing. You're not getting Kenzan through the Western age rating boards because the time period for Kenzan was obviously Edo period, where it went through a lot of... It goes through a lot of stories with, obviously, the geishas and stuff, and obviously the prostitution. And there is a plot line in this game involving Haruka and, obviously, child prostitution, which is not going to make it through the Western age rating boards at all. So you would need to rework Kenzan's plot. And at that point, you might as well go to the Dragon Engine and make a completely new samurai action game, which would honestly be pretty cool. There is technically a model for Ichiban in the Shinsengumi outfit, because there is a Shinsengumi Ichi in Ryuga Gotoku Online, the gacha game. So, honestly, it would be just more beneficial to... It would be more beneficial to just do a new samurai action game. Now, Ishin is a different story, because Ishin is brilliant, and it plays really nicely. On PS4, it plays 60 FPS. For Ishin, all you'd have to do is localize it. That does not need changing in any way, shape, or form. So Ishin, if it gets localized, you can bring that out on PS4 and PS5. We're going back to the Florist Mansion, if I remember rightly. Yes, and then back home. Yeah. No, Ishin is 0K1. Ishin actually was pre-0. So Ishin was the same. The way the the way the engines go, you had the initial engine, which was OG1 and OG2. Then you had the second engine, which is kind of in two parts. The second engine started with Kenzan, then was 3 and 4. Then it got slight upgrades for Dead Souls 5, Ishin, 0, K1, and Fist of the North Star, which is a weird outlier because Fist of the North Star came after 6. But after K1 came 6, which was the Dragon engine. That was 6. Then Fist of the North Star came out, which was the old engine. Then K2, which was much better than, obviously, 6 was, much more optimized. Then, obviously, came Judgment. Then LAD, and now Lost Judgment. And there you go. That's everything. Yeah, Dead Souls is the upgraded version of the Kenzan 3.4 engine. It was the first one that had, like, the upgrades to it. That's why Dead Souls is the first actual one in that engine that has sub-story markers on the map. So, again, thank Dead Souls for that. Like, I can understand why people dislike Dead Souls, but honestly, the speedruns changed me. I actually really like Dead Souls quite a lot. Which, speaking of Dead Souls, we have got Dead Souls into Shots Fired at the start of October. Alongside a couple of other Yakuza runs, there's K2's Majima Saga, there is K1... Is it New Game Plus? Big No-No? Because I know Big No-No's the one who's running it. And then there's a couple of other really cool things as well after... Literally the game after the K2 Majima Saga is going to be Tap doing Zone of the Ender's second runner. And Dead Souls is on the first day. I need to make a block command for it. Dead Souls is going to be on the first day. K1 is on the final day. It's like the third from last run. The PSP games are their own thing. They're not even RGG. They're actually, would you believe it, Ukes. The wrestling guys. Yep, it's the wrestling guys. The PSP games, they're the ones that I would say are more arcadey, because here's the thing with the PSP games. You actually have different, like, if you attack different body parts, you actually do different things. Like, the PSP games are weird in that actually... They're pretty good. They're different, but they're really good. Excuse me. It was running Majima Saga, yeah. But we have a couple of representatives in the Yakuza community doing a couple of different runs of Yakuza stuff and other non-Yakuza stuff. So it should be pretty cool. So we'll see. There's also Questing for Glory, Hope and Healing 2, I believe. I did submit on the final day LAD for that, including the same stuff that I tried to submit to GDQ. So, you know, the language bid war, the summon showcase, the costumes, etc. I will probably repeat the same submission for AGDQ, because obviously, for those who aren't in the know, GDQ yesterday announced that AGDQ is going to be online again. It is a shame, but it is 100% fully understandable. Even if it was in person, I'm not 100% certain I would have traveled for this one. It is 100% the right choice. And honestly, I wonder about SGDQ as well. Again, it all is going to depend on what's happening, because at the minute the Delta variant is really, really nasty. And the big problem about AGDQ is it's in Florida. And again, not getting too political, if you've seen Florida's, if you've seen how Florida is handling COVID, not great. Not great. So I feel really bad for the GDQ staff, because I know that the GDQ staff, and anyone knows, the GDQ staff want in-person GDQs again. Like, but the trouble is, not at the minute. Definitely not at the minute. I need to taxi, don't I? Yes, because we're going that way. We're going to the old Coliseum. Handling insert anything. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, I feel for the GDQ staff, but again, AGDQ is going to be online. That gives the one nice thing, again, I've said this multiple times, the nice thing about having GDQs online is it enables them to have the more creative stuff that you would normally have. Again, I'm looking forward to all the DDR stuff, like the rhythm stuff, the DDR stuff, etc. There's going to be some fantastic stuff, hopefully. But this is the one I go to the... Damn it. Yeah, that's the one. Good. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that right. Go this way. Good. We're going to a new area, by the way. Yeah, it's the right one. I'm glad that it is at least online. But it would be nice eventually to get to a GDQ. And just see friends, etc. Like, catch some really cool runs, etc. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to when we can go back again. Yeah, BP2 runs are going to be interesting because Black Panther 2 begins with a 10-minute recap that's unskippable of Black Panther 1. Good video game. Real good video game. Okay, so we're going to go with this guy and we're going to go and attack him. He's going to teach us stuff, don't worry. Yeah, this man can be amazingly hyper-aggressive. One of the most aggressive enemies in this entire game. He's also very loud. Mate, I'm actually going to do this to knock him on the floor, because I don't want to deal with his crap. Come on, up you get. I just don't want to deal with him. I really don't. That man can start interrupting all of your combos. I should have attacked him while he was on the ground to get him up faster, but he is one of the most aggressive enemies in this game. I do not want to deal with him at all. I don't want to attack him when he's blocking, of course. In my PB, I had a really, really long fight there. So that's, even though that wasn't a good fight, that was a better fight than my PB. That's the important part. Yeah, I feel like there's been a big Shenmue gap in GDQ. I can understand why with Shenmue 2 and how long the ending is, but like, with all the things that Shenmue has now, like, Shenmue, I'm gonna say it outright, Shenmue has better speed tech than most Yakuza runs. I'm just gonna say it outright. Like, Shenmue actually has a couple of, like, out of bounds, for example, which the only out of bounds that we have, technically, in any of our Yakuza runs, is the wonderful 6-hour-long Yakuza 5. So, honestly, like, I genuinely like to see Shenmue 1, like, in a GDQ. Like, I think Shenmue 1, at this point, is potentially, like, hopefully GDQ material. Like, I really hope it is. Top option? Yeah, top option. That one. So that was a very long, kind of baseball-esque mini-game where I think we learn a revelation from that guy. But, no. You can skip it. I think the reason why Yakuza probably got in is it's been more in the public eye lately than Shenmue, but again, Shenmue 3 should have at least helped, like, get a Shenmue into GDQ. I don't know about Shenmue 3 runs. I'm not going to pretend that I know what the landscape of the Shenmue 3 speedrun is, but I know at least Shenmue 1 at the moment is actually really cool. Like, I would like to see Shenmue 1. Personally, I would like to see Shenmue 1 in a GDQ. And maybe Shenmue 2 about the last hour of the game. I honestly, I don't know whether we get a Yakuza into AGDQ. Like, I think we all expected a break last SGDQ because we were in two in a row. And the runs are very similar outside of, say, your spin-offs and LED. So I'm not surprised they took a break from Yakuza. And I could see them taking another one. You again? The poke again? I can see them absolutely taking another break, like for another one. I hope they don't. I hope they like let Yakuza into. Oh, again. I hope they let Yakuza into AGDQ. I messed up. That's why. This is a bad fight. It's terrible. I should only be doing my 3 attacks, not my 4. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is terrible. What happened to this fight? I just wasted a lot of money less concerned with the time loss, and I'm more concerned with how much money I just used in that fight. I'm really not happy with how that fight just went. It's fine. It's fine. At worst, we'll just use a normal sword in Chapter 10. It's fine. I'm really not happy about that. With downtime? Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of downtime in our Yakuza games as well. Like, even with K2, which is, like, the love child of short Yakuza runs, there's plenty of downtime in that. There's like two 3-minute waiting periods where we do literally nothing. And I know Shenmue has its own waiting periods, but at the same time, waiting periods are good for, like, donation times. Like, and with creative enough, like, obviously, like, people behind the actual run. Wow, how am I losing this much time? I guess that last fight. That's fine. With, like, creative enough, like, runners behind it and commentators, like, you can easily fill that time up with good stuff. Man. This is the one. This is the one where I step out of the house. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one that I keep messing up on. I lost, like, 20 seconds to the start of this chapter in my last run alone because I forgot that I had to walk out the house. Well, that's the thing. Like, this is the thing that really, really annoys me about, especially with the last few online GDQs. Like, obviously there's a few teething issues with, like, going to online for GDQ, but I feel like after the first one, they really got the formula going. But, like, the thing that really annoys me at the moment is people constantly keep saying that GDQ schedule is still the same again and again and again. It's really not. Like, I want you to look at the last GDQ. Again, this is not a slight at the series itself, but the last GDQ did not have a single Final Fantasy run. The only Final Fantasy run was on backup. It's the first GDQ in who knows however long. Taxi left 2 options, that's right. It's the first actual... Wait, am I supposed to go home first? I am. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I was supposed to taxi here, you know. Oh well. It's the first GDQ in whoever knows how long where there wasn't a Final Fantasy. Like, that alone. Like, we had more Yakuza in AGDQ this year than there was Final Fantasy. Which is kind of crazy, if you think about it. Like, very crazy. Again, it's not meant as a slight or a dig at any of the Final Fantasy lot, but, like, it is crazy when you think about that we had more Yakuza than Final Fantasy. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, like, again, you're always... Okay, so here's the thing you have to remember. You will always get your Pokemons, your Marios, and your Zeldas. The thing that you have to remember is that GDQ, first and foremost, is a charity marathon. And they know the metrics. If you ever look at how, like, which runs make money, you will see that there is a pattern. There are certain games that even if you don't like and you don't like looking at, there are always certain games that will do well for GDQ. Always. And they are, of course, your Nintendo games. Your Marios, your Zeldas, your Pokemons. Like, those are the ones you will always see. The thing that people always, like, get, like, too, like, knickers in a twist, to use a popular phrase. The thing that people like, get their knickers in a twist about all the time is they look at the acceptance one first and see, like, 4 Zelda ones and go, wow, this is too much Zelda. When it's just, like, a race between, like, multiple people. Like, if you look at the actual runtime for, like, Zeldas and your Marios and stuff, it's actually been getting less and less. Like, they're always going to have, you know, the runs that make them money. It's a charity. But you're going to get... Wait. Left 2? You should have dungeon. Yeah? I'm just going to trust the notes here. I'm just going to trust the notes. It's fine. Yeah. You're always going to have, like, your usual runs that you're expecting to see. But, like, if you look at the actual... And this is the thing that I really love about, the online GDQs, they've had so many unique things that have been there. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do... Well, actually, I would have been able to do, yeah, because that's the painful part. When K2 was accepted to SGDQ, not this year, but last year, that was the year that I was actually finally had money to be able to go to GDQ, so thanks, COVID. But, like, the thing that I really like about them is how creative, like, some of the stuff you'll see at these GDQs are. Look at all the DDR stuff, for example. Look at Kung Fu Fruit Cup's, like, amazing, like, Beat Saber exhibition, which was SGDQ last year? Yeah. Like, they're doing a lot of the stuff that their setup wouldn't allow for normally. Like, again, a lot of the DDR stuff, or, like, a lot of stuff, like, on people's systems that they wouldn't be able to do, like, actually at the event. Like, there's a lot of things that... Am I at the wrong place? It's your front door, back door, go home. I'm really messing up my taxis here. I really, really am. Should be kind of focusing more a bit on this, but it's fine. Like, what I'm trying to get at is GDQ schedule recently, for, like, the last, like, 2 or 3 events, has been way more varied than it ever has been. Like, I do think that, again, and I'm not saying there's not, like, no room for criticism, because there's definitely room for criticism. There's definitely still, like, a lack of PlayStation runs. They're getting better at it. One thing that I think has definitely benefited from the last couple of events that I'm really happy about, Horror Block. Horror Block has been going from strength to strength lately, and it's really, really nice to see. Like, the Horror Block AGDQ just gone, or SGDQ just gone, didn't have your usual multiple staples of, like, 2000 Resident Evils. Now, let's not beat around the bush. We all know that Resident Evil Village is going to be at AGDQ. We all know it. Like, it's probably the one game that you can put in as a guaranteed lock for AGDQ. 100% you are seeing Resident Evil Village. Whether you like it or not, it's there. But the Horror Block has had some absolutely fantastic things. It had Dead Space. Like, it wasn't that the first time Dead Space got in? Like, it's absolutely fantastic that, like, the Horror Block has been getting stronger and stronger as well. Because, like, a couple of years ago, the Horror Block had, like, one Resident Evil run, and that was it. And it's really upsetting when it happens like that, because there's some brilliant horror games that can be speedrun. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. If there's one thing at the minute that I really want to see, and I'm a bit biased with this one, I want to see Dead Rising. I want to see Dead Rising 1 by Igdisis. Like, I want to see Dead Rising. Dead Rising, like, time skip is such a good run to watch at the moment. Like, it's perfect length. It doesn't go on for too long. It has very good tech to it. Like, it has a good couple of out of bounds and stuff. And it's one of those things that would be perfect for the Horror Block. And it really would. And with how strong the Horror Block has been recently, I would genuinely like to see it there. Like, except ZOE 1. You've been submitting it for like 5 years. The one time you don't submit ZOE 1, that's when it'll get in. That is when it will get in. Every single Horror Block is 2016. Past few years have been way different. Yeah, like, some of my favorite, like, horror game streamers I found from Horror Blocks in the past. Like, I can't remember which year it was. It was so long ago. I think it may have been 2013 AGDQ. Carcinogen was doing OG Resident Evil and the Tyrant fight at the very end. Carcy got knocked into the rocket launcher via the Tyrant. Like, that was such a hype moment in and of itself. And then every, like, GDQ, like, in between has either had a good horror block or, like, a really bad horror block. And it's just... Lately, it's been really nice to see GDQ give the horror block actual time of day. Where am I going here? Abolishing the trapdoor at home to sleep. Taxi to Yoshioka Dojo. Yes, taxi to Yoshioka Dojo. That's where we're off, because we're off to the farm. That's the thing that just got unlocked. So it's really nice to see again. That just getting the recognition and actually having, like, good blocks for stuff is really nice. So this is left by 2 for Yoshioka. Yeah. One of the things as well, actually, like, I really like the GDQ is doing is the hotfix stuff. I know they've asked for, like, showrunners recently. I don't have any ideas. I'm creatively bankrupt for my own stream. But the hotfix stuff that they've been doing is fantastic as well. Again, Dice's speedruns from the crypts for the horror stuff has been fantastic. But GDQ has been doing lots of good stuff, and there's definitely room for genuine criticism when it comes to, like, anything. Like, genuinely anything. But saying that GDQ, like, recently the schedule hasn't been great, that's wrong. Like, I feel like it's been more creative with pretty much every facet of its schedule. Like, also, there's a lot of fight spawns in this area, like that guy on the right. That's why I'll be, you know, actually walking through the fields. This guy as well. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Thank you. This guy might be a problem. You can just avoid him if you go on the left here. Yep. Just gotta be careful of this bit. This guy's not a fight spawn. There is. Yep, that one. Should be fine. Yep, good. And we should be good at this point. Yeah, like, the GDQ as well, the sponsors for SGDQ, relaxing, like, the violence submissions. Again, SGDQ last year, we had Kiwami 2, a Yakuza game, and we had GTA Vice City. Like, that's not something you would have expected to see at GDQ for quite a while before that point. So, again, it's really nice. No dual swords. I did not mean to do that. Or did I mean to do that? Do not let him run. He will run away if you give him half a chance. Nice, good fight. Not amazing, but that is way better than my PB fight. He started running away in my PB fight. That's way better. I hate this set piece. I need to remember where I'm going. Because I got lost in my PB. So, this is going to look very similar between screens. You don't actually have to fight any of the enemies until we get to the last set of enemies. So, you'll see in a second. You'll see in a second. It's very, very similar. It's very hard to find your way through the set piece. Tap made a great map in MS Paint. Tap really... I don't know if it was MS Paint. Tap really wants people to use this map. I don't remember the map. But... There is a sword you can get in this set piece. We don't need it because, again, money sword. So I'm just going to be running through, attempting to find the correct path through. I remember the reason why I got the wrong path in my PBs. I'm hoping to replicate that this time. So... It's not worth putting your sword away. I believe it's this one. Then not the first exit, the second exit. So, not this one, but this one. And then I need to run through this room a little bit. Yes, this pathway. Have I actually got it first time this time? Beautiful. Now, why do I put my sword away? I can't tell you. These guys are annoying because they'll sheath their sword and then do an attack like this that will stun lock you. Try and get them if you can. That's frustrating. Yeah, because that was going to happen. Yep. They're now both sides from me, so I'm gonna have to... No, I've got to kill the guy behind me. That guy at the top, he's one hit. I should just finish my combo. Come on. This is a bad fight. I hate this fight. This is my worst fight in the run by far. Come on. Thank you. Please stop ignoring the guy that's actually a problem in this fight. Thank you, Musashi. So as you can see, the problem with, obviously, all of this is that I've hit people's guards a couple of times, so I'm actually losing money quite heavily at this point. I'm a little worried. I think I've got enough, but I am a little worried. You have to take care of all the enemies in this final screen, and that's it, thankfully. That's all that set piece is. But as you saw there, it's very, very similar. Now we run back. Run back. Yes. We have to walk across the entire map. That's right. Oh, right. Bridge spawn. Right. Of course. So we have one of the most annoying fight spawns in the game coming up here. You cannot avoid it, which is frustrating. It will occur at the very end. This is also a part where all your palanquins, the fast travel, is actually locked, I believe. I hate this man. Yep. Oh my god, he's so fast. I could have got past him a little quicker there, but it's fine. As long as I don't get into the fight. Oh, I remember why we got so much time lost tab. You know the you know in chapter 3 when you run back from the first place, 2 fight spawns. So after having my PB where I didn't get into any fight spawns, this run so far has had 4 fight spawns? Which is frustrating. Really frustrating. Because like my PB had like very, very minimal fight spawns. I think I only had like 2. So but I should be saving way more time than this. I'm not playing 100% great. East exit the Riverside Tea Shop. Yeah, that's right. Chad's forward. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I don't know my Yakuza games. It's over. I'm a fake Yakuza fan. Oh dear, oh dear. But I do love this run. It's not a hard run, which is nice. Like it's one of those that it's like hard to be consistent at, but yeah, it's a good run. It's nice and short. I was actually wondering whether you were going to submit this to GDQ. I feel like you should. I feel like it has less chance than say K1, but I feel like it has a chance, surely. Like it's on the shorter side of most of our Yakuza runs. This is the pathway I wanted to go down, or do I want to go down the other one? This is the one. I see that fight spawn ahead of me. Good. Maybe I have a slot this game is not happening. I don't think it is. I think... Again, I think in terms of Yakuza runs for GDQ, I think your only chances are... Your good chances, your best chance is K1, for sure. I think K1 is probably the next one that gets in. OG1 and OG2, I think, have chances. Like, good chances. I think that then after... I think basically tier list, K1 top, then OG1 and 2, then LAD... and then pretty much everything else. I think that LAD had a better chance when the game was fresh. Man, I still can't... Zero is so much of a dark horse because Zero is so long. And Zero gun route is so boring. But Zero has to have a chance at some point, right? OG1 is rough, but OG1 also is quite fast. I do think that K1 is the best chance. The only thing that I'm submitting at the minute is LAD. I'm going to go through what I run. I'm not going to submit K1 this time because I'm just not good at K1. Like, I'm not good at K1, and honestly, we're going to have enough people submitting K1. I know you're going to submit K1. I think Kura's probably going to submit K1. Fuck this guy on the bridge. You can't avoid him. Come on. There you go. He might get into a fight with me here. Oh, nice. Good. I was a bit worried about that. Nice. Do we bother submitting K2 again? Like, not much has changed, but, you know. Teleported onto you. That's what I worry about that guy, because, like, he's so close to you. No matter what you do, he's always so close to you. It's not like you can do much about him. Yeah, like, there's... The incentive for OG1 is, like, listen to, like, a Mark Hamill cutscene, blah, blah, blah. Not gonna bother submitting K2. I might submit K2 just because at the minute, the only thing I've got is LAD. I have... Man... I don't know why my head just said, hey, submit any % Dead Souls. No. 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 I don't want to. You can't make me. Oh, God. Shit. That's bad. Please. I didn't want to see this. That's why I was trying to hit him. I should have done the guard break move. Oh, that's bad. I wasted so much money. No, please don't go down there. What a bad fight. My PB basically. Fuck me. It's over. It's over. Oh my god, that's terrible. I've got so little money. That's actually terrible. Oh my god. That's terrible. Speaking of not terrible, hey dog, how you doing? Hey? Yeah. You got 40 minutes to wait, I'm afraid. I'm not going to be done with this run in time. Oh, give me those puppy dog eyes. I love you. I do. Man, my PB had a good fight there. That's fucking terrible. What? How'd I save 2 minutes? That's weird. And my PB skipped both of those QTs. How did I save that much time? Weird. So... How you doing? Hello, dog. Hello, dog. How you doing? You alright? Nah, I know what you want. You're right, it is almost time. But not quite yet. Not quite yet. You got 40 minutes yet. I love you. I love you. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. I love you. Doggo's back. Okay, it's during chapter 9 set piece. No. No, in my PB, I literally skipped all the cutscenes. So, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated at the minute. Honestly, this, like, I know I'm 3 minutes ahead. This isn't a great run at the moment. Because I was 2 minutes behind in chapter 4. I'm tempted to just destroy the run, honestly. I might submit 0 no guns. Or specifically no tiger and dragon. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like 0 has to happen at some point. But, like, the current any percent ain't getting in. It's so bog standardly boring. Like, they're not gonna want a run where you only use shotguns for 3.5 hours to take care of every single fight spawn. Like, like as a spectator thing, it's so bog-crushingly boring and absolutely shite. As a speedrun, it's fast. It's good. But Tiger and Dragon 0 as a spectator event in a marathon is just no. It's so bland. Unless your shot's fired, at which point, yeah, you know. Shot's absolutely fired. It's just for an actual proper marathon. No. So. Horrible games. I did not submit it for Big Bad Gameathon. Because I did Big Bad Gameathon a while back. Oh, we have to go get this man his dangos, I forgot. There was a fight spawn in this chapter in my PB, but it's one of the much like the bridge guy, it's one of the hardest fight spawns to avoid in this entire run. Free no guns? Hell no. Free's guns only come in the last third of the run, and they actually have they actually have like actual good tech behind them. For 2/3 of Free's run, you don't use guns. Also, Free, I guess, you know, in the tier list of things that could potentially get in, I actually did forget Free. I think Free has about the same chances as OG 1 and 2. Probably. I could carry it through. We'll see. We'll see. It's one of those things, like, I don't know, from a viewer standpoint, it's just boring. I don't think that Zero gets in anyway, because it's just so long. And it is so long, it is ridiculously long. Definitely K1 is the best chance, then OG1, OG2, 3, LAD have way more chances. Again, I'm going to submit LAD. I don't think LAD gets in. The one thing that does frustrate me, I wish submissions were next month, and you all know why. You all know why. I don't have... I'm doing a full playthrough. I'm not rushing through. I'm not going to be able to... I see the... Oh, fight spawn! I don't think there's a fight spawn here. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're actually good. I'm going to keep using the money sword for as long as possible. But I am running very low. This is very brave using the money sword for this long. On this little money. Especially with a man like that. I'm gonna have to change at some point. Because we need money for taxis and also Shogi. I wish I could remember how much money I actually need. Because we get money after this, like after we've seen this guy around. There's one more fight after this. Man, I'm gonna risk it. I'm actually gonna risk it. You fucker, I can't believe that actually worked. I'm going the wrong way, yes, but I didn't get into this fight. So it's fine. Honestly, it's fine. I think that's okay. I think not getting into that fight makes this okay. I think that salvages it. I think that just salvages it. Man, I hate that fight spawn so much. I think we're okay. I actually honestly thought it wasn't there. I got lucky. Buy the cheap thing. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Why do we lose money? So basically, the weapon that we're using is what we like to call the money sword, because every single hit that we do with it uses up our money. The reason that we're using it is because it's obviously stupidly strong. It is way stronger than any other weapon we have until the finale. So, that'd be why. Absolutely going this route. I'm not going down the bottom. Heck that. Shogi power up. Yeah, if we're gonna run out of money, it is coming up right here. Hopefully not. Let's find out. Nice. Yeah, basically, your money sword... The only way your money sword ever runs out is... usually after one... either after one extra fight, or you keep hitting enemies that are blocking. I've had 2 really bad fights so far in this run where the enemies keep blocking, and that's not good. So, we now have our fight here. This should be the last fight. So, as long as I can kill everybody in here with very little blocks, we should just be fine. But again, I've been hitting blocks all day, so... Please. I fucked up. I fucked up. No. I don't know if I have to change back to the other one, but just in case I will. This one. You can see how much damage the money sword was doing back then. How little damage I'm doing now. Terrible. Too many blocks. Hitting too many blocks in this run. I don't want the guy that's flipping, I want the guy with the sword. The one that just ruined my money route. Fuck off. I was trying to hit him as he went down. Fuck this fight. Fuck this fight. I hate this fight. That's it. Alright, that's it. Well, I can go back to the money sword at least now. Shame. Shame. Either way, easy time save next time, I guess. But yeah, like, I didn't have any optional fights after we got the money sword, so I lost all my money to enemies that are guarding. Time is it? It's 3 in the morning. Technically. You actually probably tell that I'm getting quite tired. This sucks. Like, I've noticed over like the last 30 minutes, my throat is kind of constricting quite a bit. This sucks. Man. This is not going well. Okay. Ah, dear, dear. I don't want to give up this run, but I actually might. I actually might. Ugh. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Hoxie. Yeah, I've been awake since 4:30 AM, so I have been awake for like 11 hours at this point. Also, I'm fairly certain. I'll scroll up chat a sec while I can. It was a while back, I think. I'm fairly certain I heard somebody ask me if I was going to get a review copy of Lost Judgment. Cannot confirm or deny because NDA, and I'm not sure if I would be able to either way. I'm not sure if I'd be able to confirm either way until like a bit closer to the time. The community manager for RGG, David Hines, he's actually said on Twitter today, creators for Lost Judgment, if they're looking forward to doing it, should get in contact with him. Tap, I'll hook you up in a bit if you want. But cannot, I don't think I'd be able to confirm even if the answer was yes. So. Strong emoji. Either way, there's my money back. 100%. Yeah, I'll send you the link to the tweet once I'm done with this. So yeah, I'm not sure if like I would be able to confirm or deny. Sleep schedule is the opposite of yours. I mean, you're on what my current sleep schedule should be, but because I had to look after Doggo today, who's having a little bit of a sulk. I don't know if you'll be able to see her at this angle, but she's having a bit of a sulk right now. The reason why she's having a sulk is because it's almost time for food. You know, it's almost food time. Almost food time. Not yet. Almost. Almost. Not yet. It's almost my food time, actually. I haven't eaten... When was the last time I ate? Jesus, I think the last time I ate was 7 in the morning. Shit! No wonder I'm feeling rough with a stream. God damn. It's almost dinner time. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna... So, I don't think there's gonna be... As I said this earlier, for those who have come in late, I don't think there's gonna be a stream tonight. 1, I want to watch the PlayStation Experience. 2, I'm bloody tired. I've been awake for 11 hours at this point, so... I don't even think I would have the energy for Judgment Legend. I might do, like, if I get a cup of tea at, like, 10 PM, maybe? but don't quote me on it. I'll probably just go back to normal streams tomorrow. It'll probably be Judgment Legend tomorrow. 70 days to learn Walker Early Access. Nice. It's only like... How many days is it until 12? Not 12 days, you bloody moron. Wait, actually... I can't math. my brain is just like, I can't math. 12 days till Lost Judgment? Question mark? Two weeks tomorrow? See, there you go. There you go. Well, 2 weeks tomorrow for the normal release date. Early access on the 21st. So yeah, 12 days and then 11 tomorrow? That's how math works? Yeah? Fuck, I'm falling asleep. This sucks. Actually, yeah, this bit makes me realize, yeah, Kenzan's not making it into GDQ. There's so much downtime. It sucks. Why do the PS3 era Yakuzas have so much downtime? Shout out to my own for the Legend playthrough. Man, you're asking a sleep-deprived person to think. 8, 9, one of the two. 8 or 9, one of the two. Get away, Money Sword. Axe surprise, Money Sword good. Slap everybody. There's actual tech to this set piece coming up. You'll see it in a second. We just have to deal with all the enemies in this first place. So the enemies are going to be spawning at that corner. Excuse me. Excuse you. There is going to be a bow enemy at some point soon. Alright, grab hands. Alright. Come here. Sir, you're alive? Sir? Sir? God, this is why you get rid of grab hands as early as you can. Bye. Thank you. My hernia. I hate my hernia so much. Sorry, I'm just having troubles breathing. Don't worry about it. I hate it. So, you remember when I took a drink, like, about a minute ago? My hernia is trying to close my entire esophagus and basically make it so that I can't breathe right now. Stop my animation, you son of a bitch. Sucks. Oh, I hate this. Yeah, remember all those times I said my hernia can basically restrict my breathing at any point? This is one of those times. open up the wrong barricade? I did. Man. So we want to go back because we want to speak to the guy in the hut over here. Yeah, this guy. This guy's going to give us a bomb. And this bomb, oh yeah, you lose FPS here because there's so many enemies. Good old Kenzan. This bomb's going to be used for a little bit of a set piece skip coming up. Sorry about that. I don't mean to like alarm people. That's just literally what can happen. So my esophagus basically closes off. It sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. I basically choke to death on basically air. It's great. So put that down. And with this, we can basically skip this entire set of enemies. By running against this, we build up our dash. We want to make sure we do these. God. And the trouble is, because it's my hernia closing my esophagus, I can't, like, drink water. It's not something. If I drink water, it's going to make it worse. Because my esophagus, when it's closed, the water will just stay on top of the esophagus. And then that'll just make things even worse. It sucks. There's nothing I can do. Alright, anyway, it's boss fight time. God, I hate this. I hate this so much. So, I can save a little bit of time in this fight, provided we get a little bit of luck. Luck? This is so much pain. We don't want him to go anywhere near the giant urns that you can see here. Please no, Magma. I fucking hate this fight. Well, we're not saving time. I should have just done this, honestly. Yeah. That's what I should have done. Thanks, Majima. Thanks, Majima. Always frustrating. The Majima... It's like Yakuza 3, and the Majima fights in this game are just frustrating. If they go horribly wrong, they go absolutely horrifically wrong. He basically gets up on that giant urn as you saw, and there's nothing I can do about it. I saved a minute. Hooray. Okay, I should be good to have a drink now. I hate my hernia so much. So the trouble is, to get the hernia fixed, I would have to have surgery. And it's not... it's not as easy as just saying I'll have the surgery. Essentially what has to happen is I have to have my esophagus wrapped around on itself. It will take me out of streaming for about a month. Which is not good. Which is really not good. I can't afford to do that, honestly. So, yeah. Man. Oh, it's this fight. I hate this fight. Good. I do kind of want the hernia operation at this point. I'm so tired of it. Like, I can't have spicy food anymore because spicy food makes my esophagus just completely close up and I just start choking again. It sucks. If I was to have the hernia surgery as well, I would have to have completely liquid food as well for like 6 months. And if I was to have that surgery, I wouldn't be able to have certain food that is really heavy and hard to digest. Like meat, for example. Which, guess what, is a big staple of the food that I eat. Meat. It's not good. It's really not good. Bread as well. Also, no alcohol, but I haven't... Well, I had a drink 3 months ago. That was the last drink that I had in the last 8 years. I don't drink alcohol in the first place, so the alcohol would not be a loss. The alcohol would not be a loss in the slightest. So, yeah, I gotta fix my body. I hate this. It sucks. That's my chair. I promise. Sounds like I'm farting, but I'm not. I can do it on whim, look. This chair's old. This chair's like 15 years old at this point. Oh, this poor chair. I love this chair.
6 months already.
Yeah, that's half a year. Real dozer. Thank you so very much for the 6 months. I appreciate it. That is a long time. That is an insanely long time. Oh, dear, oh dear. Taxi. Taxi, taxi, taxi. It's been nice to daystream, though. I don't get to daystream very often. But it's been nice to daystream. It would be a definite fix, yes. There is probably hernia surgery in my future anyway for the paraumbilical hernia. The one down there in my stomach. So the problem that I have is that the first paraumbilical hernia surgery that I had, the way that they fixed it was with surgical mesh, and yeah, that's causing problems. So I'm probably going to be out for a month anyway because of that. I might see if they'll do both hernia surgeries at the same time. Because if so, yeah, 100%. Absolutely 100%. Where am I taxiing to? Southeast. Yeah, that's the right one. Idiot. But yeah, it's one of those that would fix it 100%. It would just be very life-changing for a while. It would also help me because I wouldn't be, like, gulping for breath so often. Which has really been annoying me lately when I've been speaking and stuff. It's so frustrating. I'm just sick and tired of being in this much pain, you know? That's a fight spawn. What the flipping heck? I thought it was a normal person. Get out of here. I genuinely thought that was a normal person. I was going to run into that. Fight spawns in this game is scary. Speak of the devil. One on the left. This is fine. This is an actual unavoidable fight. Once again, give me my signal. Double swords, don't cut the bill. Your other sword is bad. Search your mind. Learn the ragdolls. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is that case of, you know, they're inside me. I might as well, you know, have the surgery. You know. You had a kidney stone for about half a year. Boy. Let me tell you a story. My 2 kidney stones have been inside me for about 6 years. Thankfully, they're not giving me too many issues. But every so often, pain. I've got many stories as to why they haven't operated on them either as well, which all I'll say is at the minute, COVID. Oh yeah, this screen transition only happens here, by the way. Which is a shame, because it's kind of cool. So, yeah. I hate this fight. I loathe this fight. This fight sucks. So, there's one enemy in front of us. This guy has high HP, and he is very annoying. However, so are the pupils, because they're going to interrupt us as we start fighting this guy. Then these guys are gonna come in, and one of them has a whole bunch of armor. I loathe this fight for passion. Oh shit, I fucked it. I just fucked it. I just fucked it. Y'all stop. Okay. I wanted to attack. Please, Musashi, lock onto the guy. This is gonna be big problems. Should've got it. Go on then. The guy that's knocking me to the ground is the guy that has the armor on, so if I want to deal with him, and I've got to take care of his armor. Come on. Thank you. Alright, buddy. Your turn. So, break his armor. God, I hate this. This fight sucks. It's like, it's so many enemies, and like, what the hell are you supposed to do when everyone knocks you to the ground? Fantastic. Hey, buddy. I don't know who I'm locked onto right now. I'm not even holding the lock-on button. But Musashi's locked onto someone. Fantastic. Probably should have dealt with the ads, honestly, but... it's fine. Don't worry about my money at this point. Money sort of gets replaced in the last chapter. What? Why are you pirouetting, my good man? It's not the end, by the way. One more fight for this chapter. It's not that bad of a fight, thankfully, but it's not exactly a nice fight. A scan 2 weeks, like Soja, that'll be a year or two. Yeah, that sucks. Actually, the fuck happened to my hernia? My scan results for my hernia from like 4 months ago. Son of a bitch, they never got back to me again. God damn it. I gotta chase the hospital up. I hate chasing the hospital up so much. They've lost my results again. No. You gotta be kidding me. God damn it. It's because you used to be in a hospital 3 times? Yeah. Give you meds that make you stop vomiting from the pain meds. When those work, you need more pain meds. Nice. Quite pain in each of 20 years. I am currently going through... It's not chronic pain. I managed to do something to both of my knees, and I don't know what. Come on. I hate you so much. Salvaged. That was going very downhill very fast. Not a good fight. Salvaged fight. It's fine. It's fine. Knees suck. It's really weird because it's like, it's not the knees themselves. It's like a joint below the knee and it's both knees. It's not one knee. It started in the right knee and it's happening now to my left knee as well. So it's pain. So. I have a slight problem. I have a very big slight problem. It's Doggo's food time in 5 minutes. I've got problems. I don't think I can finish the fight in 5 minutes. Run in 5 minutes. I think I've got problems. Two streams ago? I must have missed it. I must have missed it. God damn it. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm gonna have to follow that up tomorrow. God damn it. Well, at least I'm awake during the day for it, I guess. Yeah. It turned you around, I forgot. Just gonna check see if tonsils need to be cut at 9 months since to contact you about an appointment. My god. And I know that tonsil stuff actually sucks. Sprint during the cutscene of Kira getting on the boat. I have... Alright, so... Here's how doggo food time works. I have to portion out 110 dry food, 45 wet, then 50 peas and sweet corn, then 50 carrots. I don't think I can get it done that fast. It is a complicated procedure, unfortunately. Do I have to do her pills at this time as well, or is that later? That's the evening, isn't it? Yeah, it's the evening. Should be fine. I was kind of hoping my parents would be back at this point, because they could have done it, but... Nope. And the trouble is, if I don't do it, I'm going to get in the shit, because no doubt they'll come back right as I'm in the middle of the finale. I'm actually going to have to stand up and go do it. Good thing I got 4.5 minute buffer. Ah, this sucks. Oh well, this was not the greatest of runs anyway. I can save so much more time than this. 50 carrots, yeah, just 50 entire carrots, all for the dog. We're giving the stare. I mean, it's her scheduled food time in 5 minutes. I really should have done Judgment today instead of this, but it's been so long since we've done an actual speedrun, and like I owe people a speedrun, and Kenzan's fun. Like, this may not have been the best run, but honestly, it's fun. Like, at the minute, I don't know. Like, other than OG, obviously OG1, OG2, and Judgment Legend, there's the current runs that I do. I don't know what I want to do at the minute. It's that whole waiting for Lost Judgment or like a new game, you know, because like you all know I'm going to be doing like when Lost Judgment comes out, it's the easiest stuff. You know I'm going to be doing like 100% playthrough of that game. That's my streams for like 2 weeks sorted. But until we get to that point, other than again Legend Judgment and OG1 and 2, what do? Like, I don't want to commit to PBs in K2 or LAD like I want to, because like that's time consuming, and if I don't get those PBs before Lost Judgment, I'm gonna be upset, you know. So it's one of those like really sticky situations of what the fuck am I supposed to do. That's why again No More Heroes 3 was fantastic. It's like I'm gonna just take 3 streams and just casually do, I'm just gonna casually do, you know, No More Heroes 3, easy peasy. When in doubt marbles, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. I'd like to... The trouble is, I want to see this run out. It's not the best run, but I want to see this run out. There's good bits in it. But I still want to see this run out. This sucks. This sucks. So when I said we were going to be using the money sword up until this chapter, that's right, because we're about to get rid of it. The blacksmith here actually has a better sword for us, a much, much better sword for us. So we're going to be equipping that right now. Sucks. So yeah, it's kind of like that whole, you know, I wanna do stuff, but I don't know what I want to do. Wait, hold up. Yeah, it was the right sword. I just looked at the wrong thing. I'm stupid. Dog? Trying to hear if I hear anything outside. Doggo usually doesn't jump up like that. Unless somebody's here. Here's something. Could be the postman. Postman usually comes here this late. I'm gonna have to get a dinner. I'm gonna have to get a dinner. This sucks. Good to get too much. Yeah. I probably should do taxi here. Oh well. Do I go at the start of the set piece or not? There's like a long cutscene leading into the finale, right? I can go during that. I'm gonna have to speedrun getting my dog's dinner. I'm probably gonna lose this run to that. Wait. Yeah. Goodbye, friend. True challenge? Yup. Yup. Pigeon. Let me be. Keep forgetting the pigeon. I keep forgetting when the pigeons come down. Oh, fuck. Okay. Wasn't sure. T-shirt. Hello? Okay. This is where it starts the finale. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run and try and get my dog's dinner in time before the game kills me. So, you know, this is a bad idea. Bye.
お客さん、本当にいいんですかい？
何がだ？
だってあの島、お上から絶対に近づくなってお触れがあるんですぜ。高い金もらったんで引き受けやしたが、わしゃもうなんだか不気味で。
いいんだ。進めてくれ。
来たか、宮本武蔵。待っていたぞ。あの遥かという娘ならあの中に。心配するな。あの娘は我らの切り札。身の危険はない。
Hi! Hi! Yeah, I wish this one had a break as well. That just fucked my knee.
決着をつける。
I'm back. Alright, here we go. I only lost like 2 minutes to that, I think. Attack him. Whew. Oh, okay. That's fine. Uh-oh. What? Aw, man. Technically, we're not done either because here's our after dinner treat. she'll find a way in here. Here she comes. Hello, Jessie. There you go. Good girl. So nice. You're gonna eat it in here and get it on my carpet, aren't you? You're actually taking it outside. What a good girl. Wow. What a good girl. Damn. Good dog. But yeah, breakpoints in Yakuza runs are nice. Some of them don't have any, and then you have Judgment that has 4 of them. Lost Judgment, please, I'm begging you. Please have 1 time waiting segment, not 4. And especially not 3 of them in 1 chapter. Spread them, please. So if you're wondering what's going on, there's a whole bunch of enemies. If you get too close to the edge of the thing, you actually like bounce back. There's going to be some armored enemies in a second. There's going to be reinforcements as well. You'll know. It's hard to avoid them. I'm tempted to drop an item or 2 to pick one of these up to try and get a heat restorative one. That would definitely help for later. Yeah. Should have gone after the orange guys first. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, always go after gun guys, remember? That's the general rule of thumb. I swear to God, you big fat bastard. Excuse my language. It does take one and no one, after all. Huh? Alright, here's armored guys. Thankfully, they're all standing together so I can just start whacking them. Nice. There are going to be more of them. It's not too bad. Speak of the devil, there's more of them. There is more of them. I should really deal with them, actually. Not you. You take care of the archer guy. Archer, man! Fuck off. Gun guys, double fuck off. I want to take care of the armor guy that currently has no armor. Imagine dying in a Kenzan speedrun. It's never happened to anybody before. I had a feeling this guy's he's just gonna keep doing this until I actually deal with him. Sure. Nope, not that one. Thank you. Alright, lads, come on. Okay, you've probably heard us say quite a lot that Kenzan Any doesn't know when to stop. You're probably figuring this out now. Oh look, another one. Alright, buddy. You're both gone. I'm done with you arrow guys. Come on. There you go. The last one. Fantastic. So, after a boss and an exceptionally overlong enemy fight, you would think that would probably be about it, right? We're still here for like another 20 minutes, by the way. No joke. So, as soon as we step foot into the fortress, here's the boy band group SMAP. Johnny's really out here making them do cosplay. So, couple of QTEs, do the QTEs. Act surprised. Start with dual swords so he doesn't get away. Sure. Dual swords so he doesn't get away, and then sort of single sword after one combo, this guy hits hard. Sure. Sure, can do. One day I'll get through this door. Not yet, though. Alright, so I think we have to check the door first. I might be wrong on this one. Let me go after this guy. Better than PB at least. Went much better than PB at least. Don't forget to grab the key. Nice. Alright, let's go. There should be an item up here. This one. I want this one. Let me just use this. That one would have actually worked, but it's fine. This way I get to heal and I don't have to worry for the rest of this finale. Okay. Right, so we have to go look at the wall first, I believe. I think this is where I fucked up in my PB. Love Kenzan's random ass frame drops. Yep. Now we have to go find explosives, which thankfully there are some here. Not with the guy in the cage, but thankfully all the way down the end here. This is when we found out about dashing, by the way. It's great. Thank God for that. Whee. So once again, put it down on the side. Run on this side, so you don't get caught in the explosion. And roll. Okay, so. I was supposed to grab an item there. Cool. Yeah, I was supposed to grab the heat restorative, but it's... Alright, so this guy. He looks intimidating, he's not. So what we're gonna do is gonna get out back up. Get hit a couple of times. Get knocked down to the ground a couple of times. Have a QTE happen because for some reason that's the Sledgehammer QTE from Yakuza 4, etc. Fuck you. I didn't realize man could do that, but man can do that. Then man ragdolls. God. I should probably go back for that heat restorative item. Oh, well. Too late now. I'm already halfway there. Fuck it. Fuck it. And, more importantly, let me heal up. Because I am playing, like, terribly right now. Alright, go grab the key off the guy's dead body. I wonder if I still PB even though I went to go get doggo dinner. I feel like I won't. Especially not after that. We'll see. Break next wall for the third boss. Give explosives. Thank you. Hey Axe, hope you're doing well. I'm down. That cart right there, that's going to be the basis for this. Whoa, it's the large lad. So, break out of his guard. Right, and this is how we're going to do it. Grab the cart, which is all the way over here. Zeroed it. Use one of our heat items. Heal up again. Please. Thank you. Just stab him. Good. Good. This all the way. Find the large lad himself. Don't roll past the key. And then remember which way you're supposed to go. Oh, this is a camera point one. Okay. So we have to keep the camera point towards the back of the room so that the enemies don't spawn. No, they are. Even though they are. Yeah, I agree. Ow. Gun, guys! He did spawn back there. That's what I was worried about. Ah, you're a pain, sir. Come here. There you go. I think these are the last ones. Yeah, okay. So, this next fight is a massive pain in the ass. If one of these enemies decides to... Where am I going again? Right, it's not down here. God damn it. I hate this bit because it's like, where the hell do you go? You're actually supposed to go towards this bit, and then here's this guy. Actually, he's going to fuck me up because I'm not going to have my sword out. You have to spam this fucker with light attacks. He can jump over to the other pier, which if he does, that's going to cause us to lose a whole bunch of time. Ow. Oh, I fucked up. Surprised that worked. That should not have worked. There's no way in hell that should have worked, but it did. Sure. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. 2 more bosses, by the way. Before free. Kenzan was pre-free. That's why it looks a bit rough around the edges, because it is. It is aged worse than free. Right. Oh no, here's a bunch of enemies. What are we gonna do? We're gonna leave. That's what we're gonna do. We're getting there. We're almost there. Okay. Yeah, honestly, like, it seemed to be their thing for their cross-gen games was, hey, let's make a samurai game, which I'm actually kind of sad that, like, with the cross-gen of PS4, PS5, it's not a samurai game. I'm not going to argue with Lost Judgment, of course. I'm very happy about that. But, you know, it was kind of cool having a samurai game, like, for, like, you know, PS3, PS4, etc. Well, to be fair, Kenzan wasn't PS2, PS3. It was just PS3. It is a fun game, but again, the story is the reason why it won't. The story is the big reason why it won't. But Sega are aware of the demand for Kenzan and Ishin. I could see us getting Ishin. Kenzan is a no, but Ishin is a maybe. I think we could get Ishin next year, honestly. I gotta stop fucking this up. I gotta stop fucking this up. I keep fucking up my combo every single time. What? Guy just dies. We have a short conversation, the guy just falls over. So that was our penultimate boss, by the way. We have one more fight before the final boss. Where's the bridge? Where's the bridge? Once again, anything requires hitting down. Two-handed weapon. It looks like I might still PB despite going and getting the dog's dinner. I hit down on my D-pad, video game. Thank you. Jeez. Ishin, because Ishin is, the thing is, Ishin works. Like, Ishin you just bring out on PS4, and then with what RGG have been doing, just do like a ported PS5 Series X PC version. Like, that would work really well. I don't know why there's that little bit there, but there is. So, as we progress through this bit, this is our penultimate screen. How dare you? He's one hit. He'll stand up while I'm dealing with the other two. Or multiple. Forgot there was even more backup. No. Alright. I love how many items they give you just for that heresy. There's a confirmation prompt and it's there. Alright, so that's the last screen. We got one more boss to go. I might actually save time despite the fact that I went to get my dog dinner. What the fuck? How? What? So here's Fat Heresy. Fat Heresy loves to do that and then run away. And shoot you a lot. That damage is kind of insane. Fine. I didn't save any time, but goddamn. How did I only lose 13 seconds? I walked off for 2 minutes to go and get my dog dinner. Sure. Well, the thing is, the last run I did was with the money sword. Like, honestly, I'd done a run with the money sword. I don't understand. I don't understand.